at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
In theaters now, Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four is the #1 movie in the world.
Yes! Hell yeah!
It's unlike anything Marvel has done before.
We face a danger that has threatened our family.
And now it's certified fresh.
I will not sacrifice my child for this world, but I will not sacrifice this world for my child.
And it's one of the best superhero movies of all time. Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four. In theaters now. Rated PG-13. Some material may not be suitable for children under 13.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Kap.
A little sabor, and we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano and Kap is on for your Thursday afternoon.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
Here we go, Thursday. Sedano is on the road, but he's here for the first hour only. He's made that clear, 1 hour only today with Cappy. I know how you feel. I've spent the last 2 nights with Cappy. Long drives, dinners, walks. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. But Cappy is here, by the way, from South. My nudging partner, The Nudge. The one and only Mike Trudell is also here today.
Ball knowers.
And Trudell will help us break down that Lakers schedule, which has been released, the full schedule, man. By the way, should we do an early OTD? Happy 69th birthday to Magic Johnson. We're efforting the tape. When Magic was on the show before, I think last year? Maybe 2 years ago. Maybe it was last year. Anyway, and Cappy asked him for Commanders tickets. We're efforting that tape. Meanwhile, you know what else we're efforting? The LA Afternoon Drive Takeover.
Oh.
I'm on with Sedano.
Ball knowers.
Maliava, because I thought it was like I'm a leaving.
A duck butt. What is that?
Let's do it. Sedano and Cap.
A Jerusalem cherry.
He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah.
You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha.
Christopher can go to hell. Oh, nothing worse than the horse. Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like...
How do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger.
Hey, these Hard Knocks guys are all over me right now. It's like I'm in back in Dayton. You are a bit killer.
Because you got to talk about sperm?
I mean, look at me. I'm a hot piece of ass. I mean, look at him.
Whoa, man, I didn't know they come up on the glass.
Like a French bread, do you eat the butt?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, me too.
I don't.
Yeah. So do
you eat that butt?
I love it. The heel, the butt, all of it.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
Your Thursday afternoon in the Southland right now.
Come on, Mike.
I hadn't heard that Cappy, can you blank a fat saying earlier or before? Yeah, that, I mean,
a fat one, bro. Yeah.
Who said that?
That is a guy by the name of, let's see here. What's his name?
Hambone.
Cambone. Right. Not Hambone. Cambone. He told me to eat a fat one.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
My previous favorite line in your open is the sperm one. You know,
yeah.
And that's that's just a great one with Sedano, and then I'm not quite sure who you were directing that at, but then this now coming in at the end, it's a nice little addition. I assume DeAndre had a role in that.
Hey George, listen, we have been saying for the longest time our goal is to make the open of the show so long that it actually eats up one full segment.
Yeah,
we're now 6 minutes of an open, and we only need about 6 more minutes of content to create a full segment out of the open. We're getting close, George.
I love it. That's exactly what we need.
Yeah, we're getting close. Michael, I see today you rocking that Snapdragon soccer jersey. Now, is that a Manchester United jersey?
Yeah, thanks for noticing the Red Devil right here. Yeah, and of course Snapdragon is just like the sponsor, but yeah, it's United third kit from last year. Now I have so many jerseys that every year I tell myself I'm not going to buy one of the new one because they release 3 new ones every year. But of course, there's a sick black one with sort of like yellow piping down the sleeves, and I probably won't be able to resist getting that at some point. But the season starts on Sunday, baby.
Yeah. I only notice it because Snapdragon. You know what a Snapdragon is, by the way? Do you have any idea what that is?
I'd like for you to define it.
Do you know what it is? Seriously, like, do I have any idea what Snapdragon even means?
I assume that it's like a little mini, kind of like jungle thing that looks reptile that looks like a dragon that's in Bolivia or something.
Yeah, I think you got that right. Other than what it really means in that case is it's like a processor for your phone. It's like that's what it is. It's a Qualcomm product. And the only reason I know all this stuff is because a buddy of mine is the chief marketing officer, and he's the guy that put the deal together with Manchester United. And he keeps saying this to me, Mike, come to a Man U game. You're hooked up. You're taken care of. Come to a Man U game. Because he was there last weekend.
At Old Trafford?
Yes, and what's the guy's name who's one of the star players who last week they had like this friendly, and then at the end of it they handed the guy the trophy? I don't remember what the guy's name is.
Bruno Fernandes?
That
captain?
guy? Well, my buddy, Don McGuire, he's the chief marketing officer. He's the guy that was handing him the trophy.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to need that contact ASAP.
See, so, George, you see what's happened here today? Mike Trudell was such a sweetheart to say, hey, when you want to go on the road for a Laker game, I will have a 2-queen bedroom rather than a 1-king bedroom.
That's
and
right.
you can crash in my room. And I'm reciprocating, George, with I will take you to a Manchester United game.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Wow, this is a lot of love to start the show, George.
A lot of love.
Are you feeling any energy here shifting from the side piece dynamic? Whereas I started as yours on this show, and then
he's
Cappy
trying to he's trying to sway you. It's all it is. It's fine. Like you can shower him with gifts all you want, Cappy.
Well, what are you going to do for him?
I mean, I can just continue to be his friend. Like
Nah,
I think that matters.
Nah,
you know?
At this point now, it's a competition of who can do more.
Well,
who can do more for Trudell?
Here's the thing: I wasn't sure if you guys were going to be in studio today, so I brought in something from the Lakers facility to celebrate the schedule opener.
What'd you
But
bring
I'm going to have to give it to like DeAndre and Funches and maybe Anthony instead.
Don't give it to Anthony. Anthony's a weirdo.
No, he's not. He's a stud. Anthony's a stud United fan. First of all,
No, he keeps asking me and Morales to do all kinds of weird stuff together. You know?
Like you and Morales need hinting
I mean,
at
you don't
doing
really
weird
need
stuff
pushing,
together.
right?
Oh, dude,
Come
it's
on.
ridiculous. No, Anthony is trying to push us into doing weirder stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is Anthony
Weirder.
behind the "I came back from the dead" for this shirt, where you and Morales are basically making out?
Well, that's the problem.
Around a food
This
thing?
is what I'm saying. Is the problem is first it was the glizzy, and then it was the cupcake, and then it was the hand roll, and all these things. And now Anthony is like trying to get me and Morales to do things that, I mean, I don't understand what he's thinking. The last time he tried to get me to do something, he's like, Cap, why don't you go do this to Morales? And I'm like, how about no? How about you go do that to Morales?
George, what do you feel about this?
I feel like Cappy gets himself involved and then laments it later. Like he's just the guy that gets his hand caught in the cookie jar and then like tries to make it like seem like he didn't do anything.
Well, Anthony will have to remind me what kind of weirdo stuff he was trying to get me to do.
Yeah.
But it was
You're
out
just,
there.
You're just down on Anthony because he's a Charger fan. That's all it is.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's for sure. So wait, Mike, what did you bring from the Lakers today?
Well, I was in the office the other day, and then there was some gear that kind of some superfluous gear as they bring the new gear in for this year. So each employee was allowed to grab a couple of items, and I've been fortunate enough at this point to have I've been with the Lakers since 2008, so I've got a lot of stuff for myself. And so there's a pair of shorts, there's a sweatshirt. And
Mike gave me a hoodie last year, I believe, if I recall correctly. Brought one to the studio.
Yeah, he brought me a pair of pants that were like a schmedium. You know.
Well, I think he was
giving
you a hint,
son. I wanted you to give them to your son, with whom I'm tight.
Got an XL in there.
It
Got
sounds
an
like
XL.
you didn't. But so you see, Cappy. So here's
those are sweet.
Fresh pair of shorts.
Those are dope
Then
AF.
these are an XL. The one
that's
I
right, baby.
showed
That's
you
right for me. Yes,
were
sir.
a medium.
Hell yeah.
They were medium, and then I've got a medium sweatshirt, which is basically like a large. Because when they say medium in the NBA size, it's basically like a large.
Oh wow.
So I've got those three, and they will not be going to you, Cappy.
Oh, that sucks. Now, Mike, here's what I have.
DeAndre, you want the XLs?
Take the XL.
I got you. All right. Bunchy?
Here's what I
I'll
have.
take the medium.
I got you.
This will not be going to you, Mike Trudell. No,
Okay.
I'm offering you a trip to see Manchester United. Okay.
Yeah.
but this is not. This is mine. This is not for you.
Are we flying? Here's the thing: are we flying together? Like, can the boys come?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bring my boy Riggsy.
Okay.
Just celebrated a great birthday. That kid.
That's right.
And that kid loves his in and out.
That's true. Yeah.
You think I'm not following? I'm following.
He's smart. Yeah. So anyway.
Here's mine. Here's what I got, and it ain't for you. It's for me. It's my brand new Kobe Bryant bobblehead from the Dodger game last week. Yeah, last Friday. Here it is. I got one. I got the Kobe bobblehead, and it's mine.
Well, I don't know if you were trying to flex, but I did go to the game, and I was not going to miss out on the chance to get the Kobe bobblehead. So I do have one, but I appreciate you trying there.
So my flex didn't flex.
Well, I'm glad that you have it, but I do have one, and then I got two, right? My wife got one, but this is where it's tricky because we have three boys. Now,
it's tricky to rock a rhyme. That's right on time. It's tricky.
Okay, nice. And so typically we went and got one of the Shohei ones, and but I have to have one of the Kobe ones just for myself. Now I will leave it in the will at one point when I die for one of them, but in the meantime, who gets the second one? I don't know. Maybe we'll just see who behaves the best.
You got this one right here. You got this one. You got the Blake Snell.
I don't have the Blake Snell.
Okay,
no,
I got the Blake Snell too.
That's nice.
I got the Blake Snell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, why don't we do this? While you negotiate during the break about whatever you want to pander to Mike about, how about we go to break, and then on the other side we have a little ball knowers segment because Mike wrote a good article today.
Ball
on
knowers. Yeah, Cappy, did you read the full article?
I don't know if I read the full article. I mean, I definitely read the bullet points at the top of it. Which, by the way, we couldn't have picked a better day to have Mike on because if you weren't on today, Mike, I would have been reading your entire article. And I would
just
have been
regurgitating whatever it is he said in the article.
I'd have been like, hey, guys, I broke it down. I broke down the Lakers schedule today, and I'd start giving out bullet points like as if it were my own.
No, well, here's the thing. That's basically what your show is, right? Where you do kind of the minimal work so that kind of you have at least some idea to start a segment, and then you just let Sedano fill in the meat and the potatoes. Like
the only problem is I got my boy Sedano, who's so freaking busy. He's running around Duke, Wake Forest, Virginia, Miami. Hey, if you're in the ACC, he knows you, bro. That formula is not working right now, Mike Trudell.
By the way, that's
why Mike's here.
There's a Kobe bobblehead controversy also between me and a couple of my friends that I have to kind of
we can divulge that.
We'll hear that.
Yeah, I need your guys' guidance on this.
Okay, because we can attack that.
Yeah,
later
so just keep that in mind for later in the show.
We'll get into Mike's Lakers schedule thoughts on the other side. But first, guys, we're excited to announce, of course, what's been a fantastic brand new partnership with our friends at Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the nicest dealership in America. And if you haven't been, trust me, you need to go because you're going to be blown away. You're going to be like, Sedano, really? Like a dealership? It's that nice? No, it's that nice. You're going to walk in and be like, this doesn't even feel like a car dealership. It's insane what this place looks like. Okay? And when was the last time you've driven a Cadillac? Okay? You should, if you haven't, go test drive one, go rent one, get yourself in one because it drives like you're on a cloud. And here's the thing. When you drive a Cadillac, it feels like, man, not only are you like driving on air, it feels like, but you feel like you've made it when you drive a Cadillac. And this new lineup of Cadillac, the EVs, the sedans, the SUVs, they define luxury at the top of its game. And you can find them all at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. And by the way, those EVs specifically, I'll tell you this. During a call with reporters last month, Cadillac Vice President John Roth said that the brand saw its best first half in nearly 20 years, okay? And touted that Cadillac was the best-selling luxury EV brand in the second quarter of 2025. So listen, you got to get on it, man, okay? The best EVs in 2025 lie with your friends at Cadillac and Cadillac of Beverly Hills. You can find them all at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Go in and say hello to Tony, Dan, and his incredible team at Cadillac of Beverly Hills, and check out their beautiful showroom, as I mentioned, at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. Check them out on the web, CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. Pre-game with friends on game days inside Century Bar and Grill and enjoy daily lunch specials or catch up over a late-night dinner. Step into Ray's Lounge and enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can park, party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum at SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhbc.com or follow them at PlayHBC. Must be 21 plus to enter.
Hey, it's Cap. Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. Not with Seller's Advantage. You can skip the agents, commissions, and costly repairs. By the time you pay for repairs and agent fees, you could have already sold your home for a fair, competitive price without the worry of the deal falling through. Here's what Chris Chavez, a real Seller's Advantage customer, had to say, and I quote, "Seller's Advantage was definitely the best company I've worked with. They offered me more than I expected, and the whole process was great. They were helpful, always answered the phone, and willing to help. I can't say enough about the experience. Much better than going through a realtor," end quote. Thank you, Chris. Get your free, no-obligation cash offer today. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
You know that feeling. You're finally asleep and bam, a leg cramp comes out of nowhere. Look, I've played through pain, but waking up with a leg cramp at 3 a.m., that sucks. So I don't mess around anymore. I keep Highland's Leg Cramps PM on my nightstand. No groggy side effects, no harsh meds, just a fast, effective relief that lets me sleep through the night without the Charlie horse surprise. Get the sleep you need with Highland's Leg Cramps PM. Get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. Highland's Leg Cramps PM, because you don't need a midnight workout.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium Beverage drink like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form, and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
And it is Sedano and Kap here Thursday afternoon. Today is National Creamsicle Day. Creamsicle. And on this day, back in 2001, Michelle Branch released the album The Spirit Room. You know what was on that one? You guessed it. Sedano and Kap continues with Trudell here as well, your Thursday afternoon right now.
I'm just snapping away. Do-be-da.
Not really a fan of this song.
It's
all right.
Yeah, I mean,
You gotta guess Michelle Branch.
That's something on my radar.
You know.
Who
I mean, it
sings
was
the
very
song?
popular.
Michelle Branch.
I don't know who that is.
I just know her as the person that sings this song.
Yeah, me too.
What's the name of this song?
I don't know. Everywhere to me.
Everything, yeah.
Okay. By the way, did you guys did you watch the Taylor Swift 2-hour?
I did not. Not 1 second of it.
I watched all 2 hours of it with my wife.
Oh my God!
All
For
2
real?
hours?
All
Really?
2 hours. Yep. It was actually excellent. It really
I'm
was.
not saying it wouldn't be great. I'm just saying that, like, I just don't think the people who are the normal listeners to the Kelseys, I mean, are they, I guess they would all tune in to hear her, but isn't it the audience was all the Taylor Swift fans? Isn't that what we should assume?
I mean, I think this is one big happy family at this point. I think the Swifties are very pro Kelsey, but it's very rare that you get somebody of her stature to sit for any amount of time, let alone 2 hours. And so Jason Kelsey, of course the brother of Travis, who's dating her, he was kind of asking most of the questions, and he was just rattling them off. And he's a very relatable, kind of funny guy. So just that dynamic alone, is an entertaining watch. And I thought I was entertained the whole time. And my wife was kind of devastated to not go to the Eras tour, but is now all excited for one potentially coming back if she does something off of this one. So anyway, that's I don't know if your buddy at Snapdragon can cover my Taylor Swift tickets too, but maybe we should just stick to Manchester United for now.
Hey, listen, George, unlike you, who you said you haven't seen a second of it, I saw probably about 2 minutes of it probably on an Instagram post where Taylor Swift was talking about how this album is 12 songs, and she made it very specific. She's like, it's not 13, it's not 11, it's 12, and she made it seem like this was the most important album that she's ever written, because she said something like, I like to write a lot of music, and I could produce and put out like 30 or 40 songs, but she seemed to have put everything into these 12. Mike, that's the only part of all of this that I've heard. You and your wife sat there for 2 hours and watched this thing?
Annie was very excited.
And what did you watch it on? Did you watch it on your phone? Did you put it up on a big screen
She
TV?
had it on her phone. Well, so first of all, half the time I was playing ping pong with the boys for half the time. Like she had it up she had it going like Google cast it or whatever to the TV of the house that we're currently staying at. So yeah, but I caught almost the entire thing. Some of it we listened to in the car when we went to dinner, but I caught almost all of it. And I'm telling you, I was thoroughly entertained. But I have now sidetracked the start of the segment that George wanted to do.
That's all right.
What did I step on, George?
It's fine with me. You guys can do whatever the hell you want.
George don't care. He got Miami football practice to focus
No, I'd
on
like
tonight.
to talk about Mike's breakdown because I thought it was very thoroughly and well done.
As it usually is.
Lakers.com. It was excellent. I read the whole thing, unlike you, Cappy.
Well, wait a second. Hold on. Let me just say this in my defense.
Yeah.
I read the first part, which was scheduling quirks. Okay. And then it got down to the Lakers offseason, and I felt like, well, I kind of feel like I've been, really paying a lot of attention to the Lakers offseason.
Luka's offseason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Luka's offseason. He mentioned some LeBron notes there.
Right. LeBron scheduling
going into
history.
year 23. Right, yeah.
Right. NBA Cup is back. Got that.
It talks
part
about the longest road trip, longest homestand. They're basically home from like Christmas Eve to like January 4th. Yeah, and then it punctuates it with the Pat Riley.
I mean, look, the concept, right? So the concept I try to do every year, like, of course, I'm going to break down everything that goes on in the schedule, but I try to do sort of an early season preview on top of it. But yes, the Cappy, I didn't expect you to get through more than the quirks, which is why I put them at the top. Because those are sort of the things that stand out.
Well, that's just it. For those of us that have short attention spans.
Yeah, no, I get it. You've got your folk. You're all up in the Padres right now. I get it. That's I get it. Understand.
That's what's in.
That is what's in. I'll tell you that right now. That is what's in.
Well, George, but Cappy is a ball knower, so he can certainly contribute here. But what did anything stand out as you were reading? Is there anything I can clarify?
I mean, that 16-day road trip, I guess, though there's a little bit of a quirk because one of them is the Clippers, is a pretty long-ass road trip. I mean, you're still gone for a long stretch of time, it feels like. Let me see. You mentioned the back-to-backs.
Well, here, while you're looking, let me give you
you know what? We talked about this the other day, Cappy and I. I feel like the NBA really could have I thought the Christmas schedule should have changed, should have been different. I thought the Lakers should have played the Mavs. And the Warriors should have played KD and the Rockets.
Can you do anything about that, Mike?
I see that. I mean, the only thing that I could surmise out of that is that there's no Kyrie. That you kind of we'll see what Dallas is at that point, and the game would probably be in LA, so you lose a little bit of that.
Coming to LA, and Nico and all that stuff. That
part of that.
Great.
The only other part of that too is that they have the NBA Cup matchup since they're in the same group as Dallas, so maybe that preempts it a little bit. So because that'll be a big.
You know how many side by sides we'd have of Pelinka and Nico on ABC that day? I mean, come on.
No, I hear you. I mean, so here's the Cappy.
Come on,
Cappy. Let me tell you, this is something that stood out to me.
Yeah.
And I have never seen it before.
Tell me.
So the third week of November, the Lakers have one game over the course of an entire 7-day week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Utah,
you called
right?
it like an NFL bye week schedule.
It's kind of like exactly. So Utah on the 18th, and then nothing the 16th.
You know what? Now, does Mrs. Trudell read the season preview?
I am not sure that Annie reads the whole thing, but she is certainly very familiar with the schedule, though.
Okay, because I was just going to say that's going to be a week that Dad's going to be doing a lot of stuff. I would imagine.
100%. Yeah. I mean, basically, any time that I'm home, I'm trying to load up during. Yeah. But yes, the way that I'm using it to kind of think about how the Lakers approach the season, though, is all right. If let's say I'm JJ Redick, it's like, hey guys, look, we got 14 games to get ourselves off to a good start. It's like half home, half road. Right. Pretty like a lot of them are challenging games, but that's how the NBA is now, right? There, until you get to that Eastern Conference stretch, there isn't really an easy portion of the schedule. So hey, let's come out of the gates strong. You got Luka coming off in the best shape he's ever been in, coming out of Slovenia. You got LeBron spending all summer getting in his peak form. Reeves had the whole summer to recover. Like, hit the ground running, stack some wins, Cappy. All right, and then here's what. You're going to get a week off, basically, with a home game against Utah, so you can kind of reset your bodies. We'll have practices. We'll go through and analyze what we did wrong and this kind of set. And that, to me, actually, I think you could build that as an advantage then to get yourself set up for that next home stretch before the All-Star break. So I think it could be a good thing.
Mike, what was the date where there's only one game in like
a
week? So it's
November 16th to 22nd. It's the third week of November.
Up until like basically Thanksgiving Eve, right?
Yeah, there's two more games before Thanksgiving at that point, but it's just a night. And I've never seen a gap like that before. Yeah. So
are you guys playing on that triple header we're having on Thanksgiving Eve?
So the Lakers are not playing on Thanksgiving nor Thanksgiving Eve. They play on the 25th on NBC and then the 28th on Prime. Those are two NBA Cup games.
Because I didn't realize that until I looked at it yesterday that ESPN has a triple header that day that starts at 5 Eastern. Like it's like Celtics Pistons.
Are you gonna be on that?
Yeah, there's a 7:30 Eastern, so that's a 2. 4:30 and then 7 o'clock game which is it's Denver and the Warriors. That's what it is in the late night.
Okay, so I mean, so that's something that for sure stood out to me just as a something you don't usually see. The back-to-backs are typical. Like it's been anywhere from 13 to 15 the last several years. This year it's 14. Yeah. And other than that, Cappy, there's nothing crazy. The biggest thing for you is to just figure out what day you're going to join us on the road so that you can stay in my hotel room.
I really think I love your concept of New Orleans.
Okay.
I like the idea of maybe going to Miami.
Sure.
I'm just thinking about cities I would
Cappy's
like to
thinking
visit.
of good cities where he can go hang out in.
I get it. Yeah, look, as part of this deal, he's going to take me out for dinner and drinks, and we'll get
Cappy,
Michael and
you should
Ireland
go to
to come.
Minneapolis. Mike is the mayor there, man.
Well,
okay, that's something to consider.
On. I would push back slightly against him coming to Minneapolis because that's where I got my sister, I got all my high school friends. Now he'd be welcome to come. It's just like it's a little chaotic there.
Yeah.
Whereas I could give him if he came to New Orleans, I could give him my full attention.
Yeah. I did a New Orleans game there when AD went back. Yeah. We had a good night out that night.
I mean,
Mike.
Cappy, here's another suggestion.
All right, let me hear.
So we're in Houston for like 5 days.
Okay.
No, Houston's not worth it.
No, well, hold on. It's one of the. It's a new hotel. It's one of the nicest hotels.
It is a nice hotel.
There's a great restaurant outside of the hotel.
Yeah.
One of my best buddies from college played wide receiver. There would have some stories about me for Cappy. They could talk about
play
college
wide receiver
football.
where at
Northwestern? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's there, and he cuts my hair when I'm in town, which is great.
You mean to tell me he's a hairdresser, or he just is a guy who cuts his friend's hair?
He kind of like cuts people's hair on the side out of his garage. He's like he's a man. He's
man
an
of
artist.
many skills.
He used to work in the oil industry, and he was like, forget this. Now he's a rapper. He cuts hair, and
look at that. You're kind of guy, Cappy.
He's the man. Yeah. Shout out to Roger. Shout out to Roger Jordan. So look, we can go through options later, Cappy. If you want one earlier in the season. That again, it's that new. You already pointed to this, but November 14th at New Orleans. We will leave on the 13th, probably at 11 a.m. or something. So we would have Thursday night, go out for a nice dinner, and we'll get Ireland, we'll get Michael, we'll get Billy Mack, etc. And then the only thing there is that we leave that night for the back-to-back at Milwaukee. So you'd have to go to the game, then you'd have to probably get your own hotel arrangement. Which that might be.
I mean, unless you want to go to Milwaukee, Cappy, and you do the show from like the GKB studios there or something.
Well, wait a second. You say I have an idea. Hold on. You say November 13th.
Well, we're leaving on the 13th,
but
right?
the game is November 14th.
The game is November
Friday?
14th.
Okay, wait a second.
But then we're leaving right after the game, right?
Yeah, it's not like you can go on the charter, Cappy.
No, but that's okay. Listen to this. You ready for this? I just looked this up.
Yeah.
I'll do the Pelicans and the Lakers on Friday night with you, Mike. Then on Saturday, I'm going to do Tulane hosting Florida Atlantic in football and hang out with my
daughter.
There you go.
Brilliant.
See?
Okay.
What
now
a guy
we're cooking
you are.
with gas. And you could do Sedano and Kap. Actually, we could do Sedano and Kap together from my hotel room on the 14th, right? Using Ireland's box.
We don't need Ireland's box. Me and George both have our own boxes.
Well, okay, I didn't know if you'd want to bring your own box.
Oh, I always bring my box
commercial.
everywhere I go. I take my box with me.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I'm glad we have this planned out. This is definitely the most important part of the Lakers schedule when we can get Cappy on a road trip.
Hey, by the way,
and you can do a Cappy Lappy around the arena in New Orleans.
Oh, and
Mike,
Smoothie
if it
King. Not one of the nicest arenas in the NBA, though, I got to be honest.
If it goes well, okay, just I'm putting this out there. If it goes well, and I say to you, hey, I'd like to do round 2.
Yeah.
How about I come to Philadelphia for Sunday, December 7th?
Sunday, December 7th in Philly. Okay.
And the reason is because when I was in Philly a few weeks back, I had a cheesesteak at a place called Angelo's, and I haven't stopped. Oh, hey, Angelo's right over here. I have not stopped thinking about this freaking cheesesteak since I was there, and I got to get back to Philly. I'm going to Philly to go to Angelo's, not even to go see the Lakers play the Sixers.
I'm going to tell you my order when I go to
Maybe Joel Embiid will actually be healthy for the game.
Well, when I go to a Philly steakhouse or Philly cheesesteak, but you know my thing. How do I feel about cheese?
You don't like cheese.
So let me get the buffalo chicken, right? As much buffalo as you can put on it. Hold the cheese, and add jalapenos. That's my mix there. So we like the spicy, hot buffalo with the jalapenos, light on the cheese, and just get in my mouth. That's what
I'll
we do.
try that, but I'm going to have to wear black underpants that day.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Can't wear the white ones.
Yeah. There'll be an accident, Cappy. And speaking of which, if you get into an actual accident on the road, okay, you need to call my guy Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. One of the first calls you're going to receive, though, if you get into an accident or get injured in an accident, is from the other person's insurance company. They're going to want to give you money. Don't fall for this trick. They're offering you money to replace or repair your vehicle, but is that going to cover your medical bills? How about any lost wages for time you missed work? Safe to say the answer is no. You shouldn't have to pay any money out of pocket to fix your car, go see the doctor, or if you're missing work in turn, taking care of you because your paycheck is lighter. Don't do this to yourself. You know who to call, man. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. Jacob will deal with the insurance company, help you with the rental car, schedule the doctor's appointments with nothing coming out of pocket. That's right. You don't pay a penny, not a dime, nothing, nada, zippo, zilch. Okay? Jacob's going to help you, take care of you, get you the settlement you deserve. Remember, a lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Man, you call Jacob, he'll win for you. So call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB, or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Looking for paint that actually lasts? Vista Paint delivers expert quality, rich color, and pro-trusted durability, backed by over 60 years of experience. From your home to your next big project, we've got you covered. Vista Paint, since 1956.
Hey guys, it's Cappy, and I want to remind you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. You know I'm a huge Subaru fan for so many reasons: safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and you know they're all about that Subaru love promise. Come visit my friend Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Not only do they have an amazing line of new Subarus, but they've also got a massive selection of pre-owned certified Subarus at amazing prices. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, right off the 91 freeway. Visit OceanSubaruOC.com for more information. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Craving that beach vibe? There's an Islands restaurant near you with all your favorites. Crafting your perfect Islands moments with classic burgers, fresh cut fries, local brews, and never-ending summer drinks. Visit your local Islands restaurant.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Hot damn! Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea just got harder with Twisted Tea Extreme. The hard iced tea taste you know and love, but with an 8% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Extreme is made with real brewed tea, goes down smooth, and brings your daytime drinking to the next level. Just look for the bright yellow cans in the cooler and get ready to dial up the fun. Big flavor, extreme kick. Twisted Tea Extreme. Keep it twisted!
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
And it is Sedano and Kap here Thursday afternoon. You know, Sedano He's going to have to leave. He's only here for 1 hour. So before he leaves, you know how he loves the Beatles. You know that. Well, luckily on this day back in 1985, a Beatles headline, Michael Jackson bought the rights to over 250 Beatles songs for $47.5 million, outbidding Paul McCartney and Yoko Ono. I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking the same thing.
When I find myself.
Let's play some Beatles for Sedano, shall we? Sedano and Kap with Trudell, your Thursday afternoon right now.
You know, since we do have George for like one more segment.
Yeah.
Wait, go ahead. What are you going to do? Because I got something before I go.
Oh, all right. Well, I wanted to hear a little bit about what you got going on because, you know, I'm like kind of following your road trip here.
No. Well, we want to talk about, Chris mentioned in the open that today's Magic Johnson's birthday, and we wanted to do a little throwback to when we had Magic on, and you were like hounding him for Commanders tickets.
Oh,
Well,
goodness.
I mean-
It's embarrassing.
Not embarrassing.
No, that's very Cappy, honestly.
Not embarrassing at all.
We
Because
had a
let me-
great conversation. It was like a 20-minute conversation with Magic. And how long ago was this now?
And you debased yourself to ask him for a favor?
It was about a year ago.
Excuse me, when you say debase, what does that mean?
Just like embarrassed, essentially.
Oh, God,
You know,
no. Mike, you're missing the whole point. When I ask somebody for a favor, like when I said to Magic, yo, I'm going to need 8 field passes for a Commanders game, I am a reciprocator, world class. World class. So I may say to Magic, do you need field passes for a Man U game? Or Magic, do
I'm
you
pretty
need,
sure
like-
Magic can get whatever he wants.
Well, I'm just, hey, listen, George.
No,
you put the offer
okay.
out there. You put it out there.
Cappy,
you
this is
know?
what you're saying. So like if you come to a 4-way stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you may wave the person like who got there at the same time in front of you to go. But then the next time you go to a 4-way stop, you expect that person to wave you forward.
You mean the exact same person?
Well, it's probably not going to be the exact same person, but I'm just saying like as a general rule. Why is your alarm going off?
Why is my alarm going off?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why my alarm is going off. Because I set my alarm.
Well, we figured that part out, yes.
Well, I have a horse racing at Del Mar here in the 5th race.
Oh,
so,
for the love of God.
So I had to, remind myself.
Yeah.
So, that's
So
what the
anyway,
alarm
here,
was.
Mike, you can hear Cappy.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, pandering to Magic. Go ahead.
For our first 2 real games, and then we come back here. But listen, it's been the talk. I mean, I've never seen it like this. Normally, we wait till the Lakers are over, then we start talking Dodgers, right?
Not
But
anymore.
Not right now. All it's been talking about is Dodgers. A lot of time when I work out, the guys want to know not just about the Lakers. Now they're talking about the Dodgers, too. And everybody's trying to get tickets now. So good luck to all of you guys trying to do that.
You need
all
some
the
field
games
passes.
going to sell out now.
Yeah,
I
listen,
need 8 field passes if you don't mind, Magic.
Yeah, Cappy's going to try to hit you up for field passes.
Right.
We're not going to do
You
that.
got it, Cap, baby. You got it. I got you.
Yes. There you go. Look,
Yes.
he's got you. Well, look, you know what? Cappy used to be a kicker at Pitt back in the day. Magic, if the Commanders need a kicker, you got a guy here, too. So I'm just letting you know that's the case.
Oh, man, I can get him with the Dodgers and with the Commanders.
There you
Okay,
go.
Cap, you win. You
There
win.
you go.
You know, hey, listen.
Oh, it's great.
It was funny.
Hey, Magic, you got it, Cap. I got you, Cap. Hey, listen, I don't need Magic to get me field passes for the Dodger games. I got Dave Roberts to get me field passes for the Dodger games. But Commander games, I'm going to need Magic for that.
I mean,
Well,
I
actually,
could
I
get you
don't
field
But he's
passes.
got you.
I get you field passes for the Commanders if you really wanted them.
Oh, so could I, honestly, too, now that I think about it.
So could I. I could really just text Dan Quinn, no problem. You know what I'm saying?
I would just say I could get Bob Myers to do it for me.
Bob Myers. That would be lovely.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Well, Magic, happy birthday.
Happy
Shout
birthday,
out to
Magic.
you.
Yeah.
And Magic, if you need anything that I can do for you, you call me, and I'll
I
take
got
care
you.
of it. I got you,
Maybe
Magic.
he wants to hit the racetrack.
If Magic wants to hit,
You know?
hey, listen, if Magic wants to ride a racehorse, I got him for that. Okay? That's how dialed in I am. Okay?
Wow.
I got Magic
That'd
all
have
hooked
to
up.
be a big horse.
It would
Big
be.
old horse.
Actually,
Yeah.
can I ask you this, Cappy, as somebody who doesn't know anything about horses? So obviously the jockeys are small, right? But it's not that the horse, it's not that the horse couldn't be fine. I thought, DeAndre, I thought you were gonna hit me with a pepper.
The horse.
All right, thank you.
No, there you go.
It's
Look at Mike. I love it.
like
Calling
when
for the drops.
So Magic could clearly he can ride a horse. It's just the sheer body
The
weight
racing
element
part of it. Yes,
that would
yeah.
slow the horse. So that's why you want the little guys on there, right? It's not that
Right.
the horse could handle it like a very large human. Yes.
No problem.
Okay. So it's just more that you don't want Magic on the horse at whatever he weighs 250 because he's all muscle relative to a guy that weighs like 120.
Because Mike, when you read the program or when you read the racing form, they'll tell you how much the jockey weighs. And in some races, a jockey will actually have to carry extra weight on the horse. So sometimes you're like, okay, well, this horse is carrying 130 pounds, but this horse is only carrying 115 pounds. So you know what? I happen to think that the guy who's carrying less weight gives me a better chance to win. So all these
that's
little
a lot
numbers,
of math. That's a lot of math there.
Oh, yeah. All these little numbers go into handicapping races.
I'm sure.
So if Magic went on to a horse, and let's just say you were riding the horse next to him, I'd be betting on you.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm about 170 pounds, right? And but so Magic's probably 250. But if my horse, like, that's the ratio, that's the math, right? Well, what if my horse is X amount faster? Then how do you do the calculation? You know what I'm saying?
I do indeed. You should bring Riggs down, and I'll take Riggs back to the barns, and Riggs can feed carrots to the horses. He'll love it. He'll talk about it the rest of his life.
No, he would like that. I one time we were in this, I want to say it was the San Diego Zoo. Is that where you can feed the giraffes?
I don't know. I've never fed the giraffe.
Okay, so you feed so you climb up on this thing and you hand the giraffes the tree branches or whatever, the leaves that they eat. It's pretty cool. You can get super close to the giraffe. Although the giraffes were all kind of like peeing on each other, which was gross, and then licking each other. Yeah,
it is at the San Diego Zoo.
Yeah.
Really?
But
that's where giraffes pee on each
other? They
other?
get a little nasty like that, which I didn't know until I saw it from my own eyes. Because one of the giraffes peed on its boy, and then it went over, and then the other giraffe went over and was like licking it.
Ooh.
So that was a little nasty.
They lift the leg when they do that?
Well, yeah. For the peeing, but then the licking, I don't know if the leg goes up when he was licking.
No, they got to bring the neck down.
Yeah. Just saying.
See, George, I don't know why
George.
you bring Trudell on to talk about this kind of nonsense. Me, I'm trying to break down the Lakers roster, but I got Trudell over here talking about what giraffes do with their hygiene.
I'll say this, Mike, vaya con Dios. Enjoy the next 2 hours.
Hey, I'm never great.
It's never too early for football or holiday shopping. Hello, Ma? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Get an Apple HomePod, home theater projector, turntable, or cash when you earn 3,000 slot points on your rewards card Fridays.
Number 2.
Berlin, live August 22nd. Get tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
Flamingo Fridays. Crush the heat with cold cocktails, cool beats, and the lazy river at SoCal's best nighttime pool party.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, you feel it? The days are getting longer, the sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is here. And here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams, one thing really ties it all together: enjoying an icy cold Coors Light with great friends. Pick up icy cold Coors Light near you or get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly and cheers with icy cold Coors Light.
Dealing with slow drains, dips, and water pressure? Trust the experts at NextGen, the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Their expert technicians fix even the toughest of jobs. Get your stubborn drains working again with expert drain clearing for just $88. Plus, enjoy peace of mind with their 30-day guarantee. Call NextGen now at 833-3NEXTGen or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com to book online. CSLB number 1011173, 30-day guarantee and $88 drain clearing requires accessible clean out and camera inspection.
Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. With Seller's Advantage, skip agents, commissions, and costly repairs. Get a fair, competitive cash offer without worrying about the details falling through. Chris Chavez, a real customer, says, quote, Seller's Advantage offered me more than I expected. The process was fast, easy, and much better than using a realtor. End quote. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
It's 4 o'clock in the Southland, and this is Sedano Kap. The LA Afternoon Drive Takeover. It is the Waba Grill 4 p.m. hour. Get to Waba Grill for their new $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. Right now, it's time for what you need to know with producer Lindsay on Sedano and Kap on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and watch live at ESPN Los Angeles on YouTube.
Time for what you need to know. It's being brought to us by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. One thing you need to know is that Michael Trudell is in today now for Sedano.
That's me.
Sedano did his hour, and now he's on his way to Miami Hurricanes practice. But what do we need to know? Here's Funchy.
All right, man. People in Florida are crazy. Seriously. They are crazy.
Sedano's in Florida.
Crazy. Well, I just read right now, and I'm going to share with you guys, is that they have like something called a Florida Python Challenge.
Okay. I think I'm well aware of this.
You know what this is?
Because I watch these videos on YouTube.
Okay. So basically, they have people out there trying
Everglades.
in Everglades or wherever, trying to get pythons and trying to get rid of them and catching them and stuff like that. Because they have, I guess they have a surplus of pythons in Florida, so they have to ask people to handle it. So this year in this challenge, nearly 300 pythons were removed from Florida, and 60 of them were removed by one lady.
60. She got 60 pythons?
She got 60 pythons. This lady
Over
named,
what period of time?
Over what? A 10-day competition.
Okay. She had 6 pythons a day.
Pretty much.
Say more.
She won $10,000. That's what the winner gets if they collect the most pythons.
How'd she catch them?
Well, I don't know what she did exactly. I'm sure she had traps and stuff like that. She is a snake keeper and a relocator.
Cappy,
that's what she says.
Cappy, what do you know about this? Like, how do people catch pythons?
So, first of all, Mike, I don't know if you heard this story or not. Real quick side note to this is that about a week or so ago, this girl pulls into her building in downtown L.A. She got an apartment building in downtown L.A., right? And she's walking through the parking garage, and there's a garbage dumpster, right?
Yep.
And she sees this, 20-foot python on the garbage dumpster. And she thinks, oh, that must be like some toy, some stuffed animal or something that somebody left. She gets closer to it, and the snake starts moving.
Uh-oh.
She freaks out. Somebody took one of those, those black bins that you get at Costco with the yellow tops? You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Somebody took their python, put it in one of those bins, threw it into the garbage dumpster, and she called everybody in L.A., the cops, animal control. She couldn't find anybody to come take the snake.
They're like, we're good.
Yeah, we're like,
not my department.
LAPD was like, yeah, we don't deal with snakes, okay? So it turns out that she found somebody who is a snake catcher and somebody who helps rehab these snakes back to health because the snake was really unhealthy.
Were they on vacation from Florida?
Good question. By the way, this is my understanding is that the way that these snakes, all these pythons, because they're not native to the Florida Everglades, one person, don't ask me how, one person took their snake. They're like, I don't want this snake anymore. It's 20 feet long. I don't want it in my house. They took it to the Everglades. They released it in the Everglades. And somehow, don't ask me how because I don't really understand, but all of a sudden now there's thousands of them.
Well, it's called mating.
Yeah, but if it was one snake, who'd it mate with?
Oh, well, I thought
it was an immaculate snake.
It was only
conception?
one?
That's my understanding.
Or maybe a second person maybe released a python.
Perhaps. But
maybe there was one of the. Anyway, we'll look. Cappy, do a deep dive on YouTube and get back to us.
The bottom line is because there are so many massive pythons in the Florida Everglades, and they're not native to the ecosystem, they have hunters go out there and hunt for these massive pythons. And they find them in the middle of the night, and they yank them out of the water, dude.
Take them out?
It's like anybody who's willing to do that, like, what is your deal? I don't know. But it's fascinating video. So I watch this stuff on YouTube.
The longest python that was caught this year in this contest was nearly 16 feet.
Are those, Cap, you sound like you know a lot about this. Are they poisonous?
Pythons are not poisonous.
They're not?
But they do bite. But forget about the biting. It's the suffocation.
Mm-hmm.
So they're wrapping themselves around you.
Correct.
Could they suffocate what degree of shape are you in right now, Cappy? Like, in other words,
this way.
Could they suffocate you right now versus like you when you were 32?
A 16-foot python. If a 16-foot python wants a piece of me right now, I'm too fat. Okay, I'm too big.
He's not getting you.
Now he looks at you, or he looks at Funchy.
Funchy's kind of skinny.
Funchy's skinny, but you look like a nice little snack.
Funchy's dinner.
Funchy, how much do you weigh, Funchy?
About 170, 175.
All right, Funchy and I weigh the same. So, but we're together. Maybe we could handle the python.
Yeah, you got to watch these videos. I swear to you guys, if the guys in the back should pull this stuff up seriously, like People go hunting for pythons.
I don't know that I want that in my algorithm, to be honest.
That's what I was going to say.
You know what I mean? So, DeAndre, you pull it up, and I'll check it out
cool. I
on
don't
your
want that in
screen.
my algorithm either.
Here, I'll pull up on this monitor over here. Maybe during the break, Cappy. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's just the most amazing thing that they go hunting for these pythons. I would never go near these things. No chance, no how. I'd be petrified out of my mind.
Well, the fact that they can't poison you though makes me want. I would rather take my chances with one of those than one of the ones that it nicks your arm and you like zombie style and you basically die.
Right, like a rattlesnake.
Yeah,
you know?
rattlesnake.
I'm petrified of rattlesnakes.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Well, that is what you need to know is that that the competition was on. And this woman won $10,000, and she got rid of 60 pythons.
That's it, man. $10,000. I thought she should get more.
Amazing. Yeah, really. That's what you need to know. It's brought to us by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Hey, Mike, before we move on here, let me tell everybody that now that the Angels have swept the Dodgers in the Freeway Series,
yikes.
Don't you think that all of a sudden now there's going to be renewed interest in Angels baseball? If the answer is no, that's fine. Here's why I'm trying to sell it, though. I'm trying to sell it, Mike.
I'm trying to get there with you. Tell me more.
So this week, I want everybody to listen. That you've been listening all week. You're going to listen today. You're going to listen tomorrow. We are going Friday of next week, August 22nd. It's me, Morales, and Beethoven Duran. The three of us are going to do the live broadcast from Angel Stadium from the Coors Light Chill Zone. And you can call right now, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. Caller 7 right now wins a 4-pack of tickets to join me, Morales, and Beto Duran at the Angels-Cubs game Friday next week. What do you think about that?
You know, I am persuaded by that. I am intrigued, and I might have to come myself.
Okay. We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Sounds good.
I would like to seriously jump into what happened here with the Angels and the Dodgers. But before I can do that, Mike, I must be completely honest with you about what I'm doing at this exact moment.
Please do.
I am watching a race at Del Mar. We have a horse running right now in race 5. This horse's name is Poker Night at V's. And on opening day, this horse won. And he's really a dirt horse, but he's racing on turf today, and he is all boxed in. He got nowhere to go. Jockey is asking the horse to go. He's looking for room. He can't find any. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're in 5th place, but he's making a run right at the very end. Oh, and he just got blocked by another horse, and he's still giving a lot of effort.
A lot of effort there, Cap. A lot of effort.
You seeing this, DeAndre?
I'm watching it. I was watching it live, man.
Yeah, no, didn't win. Oh, well.
Okay. Well, you'll get him next time, Cappy.
You know, DeAndre, I've been talking to Lil Yachty's guy.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's going. I mean, me and Lil Yachty may be doing a collaboration in the horse business.
Well, there we go. We got to bring him on the show, too.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get him on. Mike, have you heard that Lil Yachty is now a horse owner?
So, how did this begin, this friendship between you and Lil Yachty?
Well, I wouldn't call it a friendship yet. Here's what happened. We have a suite at the racetrack. Okay?
Which I almost visited, but unfortunately wasn't able to get to.
It's a collaboration between our trainer, Doug O'Neill, and the owners of our group.
Yep.
And we have this suite. It's kind of where everybody hangs out. And last Saturday, I wasn't there. Last Saturday, there's this young fella in there. And he's this good-looking young guy, and nobody in the suite has any idea who he is. And so my buddy, my partner, looks over at Doug O'Neill, our trainer, and he goes, "Hey, who's that guy over there?" And Doug puts up his hands like, Lil Yachty or something? Lil Yachty? And then the horse that Lil Yachty is a partner in won the race and was a big long shot. So once Lil Yachty not only bet on his horse, was holding a big fat stack of hundos, was holding the flowers that he got in the winner's circle, now Lil Yachty is apparently obsessed with horse racing. And so me and his guy, by the way, I haven't been telling them that it's me. I've been telling them I'm my guy. So, like, I don't want their guy to think they're talking directly to me since I'm not talking directly to Lil Yachty.
Yeah.
So I've been telling this guy that I'm somebody else so that he thinks that I have a guy.
Yeah,
so
just tell him your name is Michael Funches.
Right, so I'm saying my guy is talking to their guy.
Yeah.
Actually, I told him that my name was George Sedano.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
And so I'm talking to Lil Yachty's guy because now everybody wants to get Lil Yachty on the show.
Lil Yachty's got a nice watch. It just got a shot.
Oh yeah.
See the stack of hundos he's holding?
Yeah, he's got some hundos. Got some. I like the ice on the right hand. Holding the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See, and Lil Yachty was up in the suite, and by the way, my partner who was in the suite, he didn't know who Lil Yachty was, and his son texted me. He goes, "Dad, I think Lil Yachty is in a suite at Del Mar," and my buddy goes, "Well, maybe that's who that guy is over there," and that's who it was.
Wow.
I mean,
Cap, it's just very selfless of you. Just thinking about other people and how you could enrich their lives with the horse racing industry.
What I'm thinking is me and Lil Yachty go to a Laker game together, and me and Lil Yachty stay in your room together.
Well, maybe we could put Lil Yachty in with Ireland. I feel like they'd be good friends.
Oh, that's a good combo. That's a damn good combo.
Lil
right
Yachty
there.
in Ireland, and then you and I in the room next door, and we can. Sometimes we get adjoining rooms, so we can just open the door between us, and then we can kind of travel back and forth.
Four of us go hang out, have a hell of a good time. All right, Mike, coming up, I think that for all the talk about how the Dodgers had a 9-game lead in early July that has evaporated, and how the Padres have taken a 1-game lead, and the two teams go head-to-head for 6 games over the next week, I think we must send a salute to what the Angels actually accomplished. Want to get to that story. Coming right back. This is Sedano
Well,
Kap.
Cappy, can I tell you something first?
Yeah.
Well, the ESPN LA Fantasy Draft Party, do you know this, Cappy, is back at Hollywood Park Casino on Thursday, August 28th with Sedano and Cap, all right? Live at 3 p.m. The draft kicks off at 6. Sign up for the single-team waitlist now at ESPNLA.com. Thanks to Hollywood Park Casino. You park, you party, and you play. All right, more Sedano and Cap coming up.
This is the Waba Grill 4 p.m. hour on Sedano and Cap. Cool off with Waba Grill's new premium Waba beverages, like their new Ice Dragon Fruit Mango Lemonade, available now at Waba Grill. It's for you. More of Sedano and Cap next on ESPN LA.
Looking for an easy way to save energy and earn money? With Clean Power Alliance's Power Response Home program, you can do both. Simply reduce your electricity use with small actions, such as unplugging appliances or air drying laundry during times of high energy demand. You could earn $20 just for signing up. Power Response. Great for your wallet and for the planet. Get paid to power down today at cleanpoweralliance.org/home.
Hey, it's Mace. This year marks the 90th anniversary of Social Security, a cornerstone of financial security in America for 9 decades.
Waba Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
AARP.org/CA. Paid for by AARP California.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. In the market for new flooring? Why pay more at big box stores? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or visit them online at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
You think you know football? Then prove it in the Circa Million Pro Football Challenge, kicking off from the greatest sports destination in the world, Circa Las Vegas. A guaranteed $6 million is up for grabs with a cool mill going to the winner. Come in last and you got $100,000 coming your way. It's $1,000 per entry, max 5 entries per person. Don't forget about Circa Survivor also, with $15 million in guaranteed prizes. Enter Nevada, play from anywhere. Learn more at circasports.com.
Hey, John Ireland here for Thrive Cybersecurity. We all know in sports that defense wins games and turnovers kill you. That's also true in business. The truth is 1/3 of businesses will unwittingly turn over their sensitive company data to thieves this year. Don't let that happen to you. Remember this website, thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Thrive starts with a comprehensive cyber risk assessment. Their security analysts identify gaps and deliver proactive solutions to help keep your network healthy and protected. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Get ready. Visit thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Play defense, use Thrive, and protect your business.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
And it is Sedano and Kap, your Thursday afternoon. The 4 p.m. Waba Grill hour is on. Get to Waba Grill for their $5 happy hour. Weekdays after 3 p.m. Get 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium Waba beverage drink like their all-new passion fruit lemonade. Enjoy both for just $5 after 3 p.m. only at Waba Grill. On this day back in 1987, the Fat Boys released the album Cruisin'. This one was on that album. Wipeout, huh? What's producer DeAndre know about the Fat Boys, huh? Sedano and Kap continues with Trudell your Thursday afternoon right now.
Ain't know nothing about no Fat Boys.
Man, I know all about the Fat Boys.
Man, you ain't know nothing about no Fat Boys.
Is there a lot of
talking about me and
snapping
him.
typically to the Fat Boys like you're doing right now, Captain?
Yeah, it's like a jazzy sort of thing that I do, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just the yeah, and the snapping to me, it's an odd combo, but I don't know. You're selling it. It kind of looks groovy the way you do it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the Fat Boys, man. I haven't heard the Fat Boys since I don't know. It's got to be the early '80s.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't really have them on my my playlist. You know. Oh, listen to that. Listen. Oh yeah. Huh.
Can you beatbox like that, Cap?
I only beatbox like Run DMC.
Okay. Well, Cappy, you teased a little baseball talk.
Yeah. So let me say something.
Okay.
So
the floor is yours.
Thank you. I realize that we're all excited about Dodgers-Padres this weekend. I would say it goes like this. From a Padre fan side of things, this is the time. Nobody ever thought you'd be here by now. You know, to be down 9 games in the standings on July 3rd, most people in baseball, and certainly Padre fans, would have thought this NL West race was long over. And on the other side of things, if you're a Dodger fan, you probably had the exact same expectation. Who's going to come take this from you? I mean, certainly not the Padres, not with a 9-game deficit to make up, because no one would have ever thought that the Dodgers would come down while simultaneously the Padres would come up. I mean, am I right here? Is everybody with me so far or no?
I mean, I'd like you to say more. You know.
So let me talk about what happened last night.
Yeah.
And let me talk about what the Angels have done this year.
Yeah, put this into perspective for me, please.
Think about the Angels in all of this. The Angels couldn't afford to keep Ohtani. The Angels play in the old beat-up Big A that's been sitting there forever. They've tried to clean it up. They've tried to make it look better, and they have. And they're trying to now make, between the Honda Center and Angel Stadium, they're trying to make it a destination so that there's more to do than just show up, park your car, go to a ball game, hurry up and get out of there. Restaurants, hotels, entertainment center, trying to make it a lot more of a vibe. So I think that's even what it's called. So they're trying in Anaheim to make Angel games more than just a baseball game, make it an entertainment experience. But the fact of the matter is, the Angels couldn't hold on to Ohtani. Ohtani left for the Dodgers. The Dodgers are front page, everyday, lead story kind of team, and the Angels are the forgotten stepchild. And what the Dodgers did is they got Ohtani, they won a World Series, and the Dodgers are printing money because of Ohtani. And the Angels are stuck in Anaheim trying to be like they're LA And the fact is, no one's paying attention. And then all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, it's middle of May, and the Angels go to Dodger Stadium, and they win 3 straight games. And for me, I forgot about it. But then they're all of a sudden caught up in a race because the Dodgers have fallen apart over the course of about the last 35-ish games. It started right before the All-Star break when they lost 7 straight games. And then last night, to have a situation where the Dodgers are looking to just salvage one, and they couldn't get it done. And I'm telling you, I was driving last night from Calabasas, Mike, and I was listening to the end of the game, and to me it was being called on the Angels broadcast like as if it was Game 7 of the World Series, because it meant so much that the Angels are home with all those Dodger fans, and Ohtani pitching, and Ohtani having a triple, and Ohtani breaking a tie a couple of nights ago and hitting a home run. And the Angels are about to sweep not just the series, but the entire season freeway series. You got to give it up to the Angels. They may have been the forgotten stepchild in Anaheim, but they have impacted the Dodgers season in a big way, at least as we sit here today on August 14th. What do you say to all that?
I think that's all fair. I wouldn't really pick any points out of that and dispute. I think you're on top of it, Cappy. The way that I would relate to it is just thinking about, been with the Lakers for a long time. So whenever the Lakers play a team such as the Clippers, where the Lakers, kind of what you were saying about how the Lakers are in this city, and the Clippers maybe not thought of in that same way. And so when the Lakers and Clippers play, there seems to be more of an impetus for the Clippers in the regular season, right? To, if they beat the Lakers, that's the biggest win that they can get that year.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for the Lakers, if they beat the Clippers, it's like, all right, on to the next one. It's not a game they circle on the schedule. It's not the Celtics. It's not whoever they played in the playoffs the year before. And so that level of just one team maybe being, and sometimes it's not the players, sometimes it's the fan base, which then gets the attention of the players, right? Maybe a player had just joined that year. So I'm not sure that every Angels player from either that's from, somewhere in Alabama or the Dominican or Puerto Rico is really thinking about the LA dynamic the way that we are, but they can feel it once the crowd starts to go nuts, right? When they score a run in the first inning, they're like, oh, okay, forget how badly our season's going, or the Angels have been fine, or they're like 5 out of the wild card or something, so they've been probably a little better than some people think, but if they can raise their collective level and do it at the expense of the Dodgers, all the more. So I'm not disputing that at all. The Dodger perspective would more be kind of like, all right, when do you get that laser focus of a team that has been, as you said, not playing good baseball for a while now? Clearly, it wasn't there in that series. The Angels took full advantage. You give them credit for it, and it meant more to them.
There's no doubt it meant a lot more to the Angels than it did to the Dodgers. But by the same token, while the Angels were sweeping the Dodgers, what was happening is the Padres were playing the Giants. The Giants have decided that their season's long over, so they're toast. And the Padres, who made a lot of additions, Mike, I've compared it to Oklahoma City and Indiana during the NBA Finals. Those teams weren't
Well, you are
just,
a ball knower, so.
Well, I mean, of all different kinds of ball.
Yeah.
Ball knowers.
So it's not like you only have 2 or 3 superstars at the top. You've got 8, 9, 10 deep. And that's why those teams got to where they were. And it's the same thing now that San Diego finds themselves in, which is they were a team that had 6 guys. They were missing a left fielder. They were missing a catcher. They were missing a true DH, a first baseman. And they were missing some pieces in the starting pitching rotation and in the bullpen. And they fixed their roster. Now, what they did at the trade deadline has everybody believing, at least Padre fans believing, that they can win this division. But that's only because the Dodgers came down.
Dodgers playing with their food a little bit, yeah.
So you tell me why Dodger fans should feel, because I understand the confidence over the last 10 or 12 years, but why should Dodger fans feel confident now that, you know what, they're just going to turn it around at some point and they're going to get it together, especially given how this bullpen has been a disaster and how guys who you expect to produce a certain way, I'm specifically talking about one guy in particular, a guy like Mookie Betts, it just hasn't happened this year. So why should Dodger fans, Mike, just feel like, yeah, it's all still going to come together?
Yeah, I've been trying to be consistent on the Dodgers as the season has gone on, and early you had the ready-made excuse of the injuries to the starting pitching staff and to the bullpen, but the offense was humming early, and they were able to kind of paper over that. Then when the offense took a little bit of a hit, and you had guys like Max Muncy out, and they weren't giving. And you just mentioned Mookie Betts not hitting as he typically would. Yet even the mini slump from Shohei Ohtani once he started to pitch a little bit more innings, and then people are like, well, are these related? So there have been all these excuses that you can point to, and it's easier to do that when you're in first place. Now, when the Padres have caught up and you're about to play them, then those excuses become a little bit harder to sell, not just to the fan base, but to yourself. And all of a sudden, the questions that Dave Roberts gets are a little bit more pointed. And the tension just kind of builds a little. Now, not as much if the team hadn't won the World Series last year. Like, had they lost, had Freddie Freeman not hit the Grand Slam and the Yankees find some rhythm, and then all of that pressure gets to the point where you're starting, well, I guess not you, maybe somebody else at the station is starting to talk about Dave Roberts again. So at least they have that. Like, when you're the defending champs, you do get some benefit of the doubt. And I think that we can tell ourselves this story now, coming from a Dodger perspective. If the Padres come in and kick their ass, and the Dodgers keep playing the way they have, and they can't find a bullpen solution, and they're not closing out games, and all of a sudden it becomes clear that they're not the favorite to win the division, then I think that conversation continues to evolve. But at least for me, Cappy, and now someone who's been, like you, right? We've been around this town for a while now. I kind of need to see the Dodgers dead and buried in the postseason before I go for the full 5-alarm fire. And maybe that's giving them too much credit, but that's the long answer. The short answer to you is talent, is that there's still plenty of talent on the roster. That's my one-word answer.
Yeah, and the opposite is that if you believe that this is the Padres' time or that this is their year, all you have to do is go back into the history and go, they will find a way to screw this up. I can remember a year where the Padres had like a 10-game lead over the Dodgers, and they lost 10 straight to finish the season. It was only a year or two ago where the Padres had the Dodgers on the ropes. It was actually last year. Yep. The Padres had the Dodgers on the ropes.
Well, they're up 2-1, yeah.
Yeah, and it looked like they were about to win this series, and it was the Dodgers bullpen, which is the part of the team right now that is the weak link.
The Game 4
it was the
bullpen
bullpen that saved them. Yeah.
Yeah, so and I think that's where, from a bullpen standpoint, right, you do give them some latitude as to you can convert a couple of the arms, and they've done it before, right? So you trust that Freeman and the whole group can figure it out. And I think that history does weigh heavily in baseball, but maybe to now throw a bone your way from the perspective of a team that hasn't won in a while, or in their case has never won, then you point to a situation like the Red Sox and say, all right, it didn't work up until the point that it did. Mm-hmm. And maybe this is – or the Cubs, right. Maybe this is the year that the breakthrough happens. I think until that happens, though, it's very difficult to craft the overall argument that the Dodgers aren't going to figure this out somehow, because they have. And until they don't, it's tough to unless they made the type of moves that my team that I grew up with, the Minnesota Twins, where they just trade everybody, all of their talent at the deadline for picks. That obviously didn't happen. They didn't have a major acquisition, but the talent on the roster is still such that I'm refusing so far to panic.
Billy going down to yellow and brown. That's what's in. Mm-hmm. Padres on the loose. Let's go, Goose. That's what's in.
Sounds like Sedano.
Bryce gonna lose, and Manny's gonna cruise. That's what's in. Give Philly no slack and send them back. That's what's in.
Boy, any chance you get to play the "That's What's In" song?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that's a very anti-Padre, very pro-Dodger. So that's like a put the jinx on the Padres before they get to Dodger Stadium. Hey, listen, we'll come back to this because I'll tell you right now, Mike, when I tell you the pitching matchups for these 3 games for this upcoming weekend, it sounds like a National League Championship Series. We'll get to that on the way. Radio Tinder is right around the corner. But before we get there, let's talk about icy cold Coors Light. I had an icy cold Coors Light just a couple nights ago because I was like, you know what? It is just time for a beer. And when you think about Coors Light and you've got that can or you've got that bottle and the mountains are blue, you know it's icy cold Coors Light time. And if you're watching on YouTube and you look over my right shoulder, you can see my Coors Light neon sign that I love so much. It's summertime. And I know some of the kids have gone back to school and maybe, you're starting to wind things down a little bit for the summer. But we still got more summer coming our way. NFL season hasn't kicked off yet. So it's the official beer of summer.
I'd like to play some beer pong with Coors Light right now.
Yeah, would you like to? I hear your ping pong game is good, though.
Yeah. Thanks, Cap. Yeah, it's good. I play ping pong, but then I also want to play beer pong so I can drink the fresh the cold Coors Light.
Icy cold Coors Light.
Icy cold.
Icy cold Coors Light. There's one adjective to describe what icy cold Coors Light is. You want to know what that is, Mike?
Please.
DeAndre?
Crushable, man.
Crushable. Icy cold Coors Light on a hot day.
Crush it.
Summertime in L.A. Crushable. So, here's what I'm going to tell you. You can pick up your icy cold Coors Light on your way home tonight, liquor store, convenience store, gas station, grocery store, wherever, or you can have it delivered to your door today by visiting CAChooseChill.com. That's CAChooseChill.com, and we will be at the Angels game next Friday in that Coors Light chill zone. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Cheers and celebrate responsibly with icy cold Coors Light.
Ignite your afternoons at Waba Grill's $5 happy hour with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink, like our zesty dragon fruit mango lemonade. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. only at Waba Grill.
That's soccerdreamticket.com. Brought to you by San Antonio Cardinal Wine, the perfect game day wine.
Cool off with Waba Grill's new premium Waba beverages, like their new Ice Dragon Fruit Mango Lemonade, available now at Waba Grill. It's for you. More of Sedano and Kap next on ESPN LA. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. Pre-game with friends on game days inside Century Bar and Grill, and enjoy daily lunch specials or catch up over a late-night dinner. Step into Ray's Lounge and enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can park, party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum and SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhbc.com or follow them at playhbc. Must be 21 plus to enter.
Have you been impacted by the Southern California wildfires, like Eaton and Palisades or other related fires this year? You're not alone, and you don't have to recover alone. Join us for the Ashes to Answers, a wildfire expert panel event, August 21st and 23rd at the Westin Pasadena. The event is free and hosted by the Rise Relief Project. We support those impacted by the wildfires with supplies, resources, and emotional care. Get real answers about insurance claim recovery, rebuilding your home, and your real estate options. Learn how to speed up your recovery and find out if you qualify for a wildfire class action lawsuit. Our team of experts, legal advisors, and community partners will be there, offering resources, support, and critical aid. In times of crisis, you need more than hope. You need help you can count on. Rise California. Relief, intervention, support, empowerment. Call 800-484-RISE or log on to risereliefproject.com to RSVP. Register now and receive a free gift at check-in to the event, August 21st or 23rd. 800-484-RISE.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
There was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Purple Wave Auction remains the trusted leader in online equipment auctions. What makes the difference is you. You are part of our growing global community that continues to trust Purple Wave with the equipment that builds and feeds America. This trust placed in us by our community, from construction to ag producers and fleet drivers, brings great equipment opportunities to their next owners. Join the Purple Wave community today. purplewave.com.
And it is Sedano and Kap, your Thursday afternoon, 4 p.m. Waba Grill Hour. Enjoy Waba Grill's $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. Radio Tinder time. We like to play a TV theme. On this day back in 2020, Ted Lasso debuted on Apple. You can follow Funchy filling in for producer Lindsay Bass. Be sure to follow him on his new IG page, Funches on the Street. Have you followed him yet, Mike Trudell? Follow him now, sucker. Meanwhile, Radio Tinder time. Thanks to our new sponsor, the Crazy Hernandez Brothers. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal. No gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR, F-L-O-O-R, or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Take it away, producer Funches.
Thank you, Christopher. Ted Lasso fans here, guys. Are you guys going to watch the new Ted Lasso whenever it comes out?
For sure. Yeah, I'll be on it. He's taking the women's team this time, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah, something like that.
I'm in on that.
But not everyone's coming back.
That's all right. We don't need everybody back.
I feel like I stopped midway through season 3.
And I haven't watched a single episode.
No, I mean, look, as you know, Cappy, I'm a soccer guy, so that's part of it. But I think anybody would like Ted Lasso. I would give it a shot, closing it out again.
Funny you say that because my girlfriend's parents, notice I'm not calling them my in-laws, Mike. I mean, I could have just shortened it down. But my girlfriend's parents, they were like, hey, you have anything that's like really upbeat and fun and funny and put us in a good mood? And she was like, try Ted Lasso.
Yeah, it's a good call.
So that was what she suggested.
Yeah. She's
I like Ted Lasso's hip-hop references, too. He's really smart with them.
Mm-hmm.
Kristaps Porzingis says after his career in the NBA, he wants to become an MMA fighter. He says, MMA is a sport that is very close to my heart. It's the number one for me to watching this summer. I've also tried MMA, but I promise my teams that I represent that I wouldn't pursue it during my basketball career. I'm saving myself for an MMA career after basketball. So, do you guys think that Kristaps Porzingis, 7'1" of him, would be a great MMA fighter? Cappy?
I've seen guys go from football into boxing or MMA, and it doesn't really go very well. What was the guy's name? Greg Hardy?
Greg Hardy. Yeah, Dallas Cowboy.
Right. I mean, he was a good football player, but he's been a terrible fighter. Porzingis, I guess the only thing I could think is, how much do you think Porzingis, how much does he weigh? 220, 230, 240, 250? What does he weigh? So, because he's got to be a heavyweight, I would think. So if you're Porzingis and you're 7'1", and let's just say
he's listed at 240.
Okay, so you're 7'1", 240.
7'2", 240, yeah.
Okay, 7'2", 240, and you're fighting a guy who's 6'5", 260. Could you use your length and your height to pot? I don't know, man.
Just keep him off with the jab?
I think somebody might break him in half.
I mean, I think he gets chopped down like a tree, frankly. I mean, you know, the guy that everybody talks about in the NBA is James Johnson because he did have some actual MMA background, and apparently his family is all full of fighters. And so anytime there's a scuffle, the cameras know to go over to James Johnson. And if he even makes eye contact with anybody else in the NBA, maybe with the exception of like Isaiah Stewart, they sort of just like turn their eyes over and kind of meekly turn around like they don't want that smoke.
My bad, y'all.
But even he's closer to, he's like 6'8", probably 240, but kind of wiry. I just think that like somebody Porzingis's height, Cappy, that alone, it's just very difficult to have the coordination level of somebody that's a little bit more stocky and, as you said, heavier. I don't remember seeing. I'm not a big fight guy. Okay, so we probably need Michael Thompson for this to really have at least the person who thinks that they're an expert on it. That would be Michael. He could weigh in, but I have a hard time thinking that body type would survive well in the industry.
Same. I feel like guys would just start trying to kick his legs and try and like snap his long ass skinny legs.
Dude, and even just like, yes, I get it. He can jab, but it's not like he's packing crazy power in those jabs. So you almost just rush at him, and then once you get him on the ground, like, what's he gonna do?
Ground and pound.
Wouldn't he have time to be able to learn the mechanics of MMA? Learn how to As far as like a takedown, learn takedown defense, and then learn how to throw proper punches.
Sure, but no more than anybody else. So ultimately, you are what your body is to me in a sport like that. And we could, I don't know, we should probably ask Beto. Beto's, if he's listening, maybe he can weigh in.
Not only is Beto listening, Beto's in the live YouTube chat right now, calling you out for not being in it.
So he texted me to get in it, and I was like, well, I don't know if I'm logged in. I will try. He said you don't need a login, but Beto knows fighting. So I'd be curious what he thinks about this.
Maybe if there was like an MMA division that was committed to guys over 6'8", then maybe Porzingis could get in on it. But I'm with you. The body type just doesn't seem right. And DeAndre, I'm kind of with you in that, like, okay, what if he could really learn boxing skills and then he could keep guys that are shorter away because he's so much taller and he's got so much more, wingspan?
He is fragile, too, though. I mean, he can't stay healthy on the court.
Let me ask you this. When's the last time you heard about a giraffe, like, kicking some – I mean, I talked about giraffes earlier in the show, frankly.
You got a big giraffe thing happening today, Mike.
When's the last time you heard about a giraffe, like, kicking some other animal's ass?
No, I can't think of it.
That's not what they do. And Porzingis is more like a giraffe. Like, he's, he's just kind of that lanky frame. It's great if you want to eat some plants, It's great if you want to get up there and bite off a tree. Yeah. But if you're trying to attack like a compact animal, like a tiger or a lion or a bear,
oh my,
or a hippo, something like that.
Beto has responded.
What is Beto saying?
He says Chris Sapps has no chance. 7-1 is a disadvantage on the ground.
Okay, I would agree with that.
Yeah, man, just chop that guy down, man.
Thank you, Beto. Enjoy. Now back to your drinks and your golf game.
I know, right?
Well, Cappy, you ever played Street Fighter 2 back in the day?
Not really. I mean, maybe a little bit. In the stand-up arcade.
Yeah, I have.
All right. Well, so
Tiger uppercut.
Dalsum is kind of like the long, skinny guy with like in his arms extend crazy, but he's slow. And you're just if I've got Ryu or Ken or Chun-Li or Guile, I don't care. I will smoke Dalsum every time. He can yoga flame and yoga fire me all he wants, but ultimately I will close that gap and I will beat him because he does not have the ball.
Wow. I mean, this is like breaking out all the names on the video game. Good job, Mike.
E Honda, the 1,000-hand slap,
yes,
or whatever.
Balrog.
Yeah, man. Balrog. Yeah, the boxer type. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Balrog doesn't even have any moves. He doesn't need him. Just get that little uppercut right in Dalsum's face. So no, the skinny tall guy's got no chance.
You give us one more before we get to Dr.
Yeah,
Klappa?
of course. All right, guys. This is crazy. Miami, crazy people are crazy in Florida. Like I said earlier.
This is your theme today.
This is my theme. Travelers
it's giraffes and Florida weirdos.
Wow.
Travelers at Miami International Airport will have the option to take a nap in private. In November, Miami International Airport will get private rooms equipped with beds, Wi-Fi, noise-canceling tech, and power outlets provided by a company called Wait and Rest. Now, Wait and Rest, they have like these rooms at different airports in Colombia, Peru, and they plan to expand to Toronto, where you just go and nap for an hour or two, and they will charge you $30 to $60 an hour in their nap rooms to have a nap.
Okay.
Before you go on a plane. So, is this something that you might want to do, Trudell?
Well, it does seem like you're taking some kind of side swipes at Sedano, the Miami native, in this line of questioning.
And also considering LAX is his home away from home.
I mean, here's the thing, Cappy. I don't know if you know this about me. Not a napper. I've really never taken naps. My mom said that I wouldn't take them as like a little kid, and to this day I still don't. Like the only time that I can fall asleep during the day is if I like basically didn't sleep at all the previous night, and then maybe I can somehow be tired enough to get a couple hours in the middle of the day, but I've just never really been able to. So I feel like this is kind of wasted on me in this context.
I, on the other hand, am an excellent napper. Don't get to nap often, but I'll just say this. If you said to me, hey, take an hour, I would get myself a 35 to 40-minute really deep sleep kind of nap. And if I were in an airport and I had, let's call it a 3-hour layover, and I could get a room for an hour or two and nap and get refreshed, Funchy, I'd pay that $30 an hour, $60 an hour. I would really consider that.
I would hope that they clean the bed or the pillow that you're using every time someone uses it.
I would think that would happen.
I would hope so, but I'm with you. I mean, I think I would take a 3-hour nap in one of those rooms, first of all, because that's what I do. I take 3-hour naps.
Wait, hold on. How often do you nap?
Wait. Oh, you don't know this?
I'm a napper, man.
I'm trying to remember from like Thompson Trudell days, but I don't know that Funch is.
Well, first of all, we had an early morning show. First of all, so I'd wake up and nap during the afternoon. But now,
well, it wasn't early. No, it was 9 to noon.
Yeah, 9 to noon. But I get home and nap.
You get okay.
Wait, you should hear what he does now.
What, so
Mike.
how long do you sleep at night then?
I mean, I sleep like, I don't know, 7 hours.
What? Yeah. How do you sleep 7 hours and nap?
I don't know.
Funge, tell him about how he wakes up at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
I wake up at 6 o'clock, 6:30, and then, eat breakfast, do my thing or whatever. And then around 8 o'clock, I might take a nap for about 2 or 3 hours.
2 or 3 hour nap at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Wait, brother just got up at 8:30. You just got up at 6:30.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I'm also fascinated by it.
Yeah, and then I just sit the couch and then I start watching TV.
And I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm just confused relative to my experience, right? Which is very different from this. I'm more, and Cappy, I'm curious what your routine is. I'll find out when you come hang out in the New Orleans with me,
right?
In my hotel room. But I'm typically I'm a night owl, right? I always have been. So I will never fall asleep before midnight, and I'm usually somewhere between midnight and 2 a.m.
Oh,
and then I wake up. If I didn't have kids, I would probably be able to sleep until 8 or 9 every day. But the kids wake up at 6:45 basically, so I end up somewhere between like 5.5 and 7 hours most night. But I can't nap, so that's just my routine. What's yours, Cappy?
I'm a early riser, and then I get my workout in first thing. That's like my big thing, and then I usually have somewhere between like noon and 2 where I might have a little bit of time, and that's when I might catch a 30-minute nap. Yesterday, it's exactly what I did. Yesterday, I had between 12 and 1 p.m. I went back to the East Central Hotel, and I took a 40-minute nap, and it was glorious. Stick around, everybody, because that was Radio Tinder. It's brought to us by Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal. No gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or go to hernandezwholesaleflooring.net, because no sale beats wholesale. Homeboy. Coming up, Dr. Clapper. The Chargers have a major injury situation, and Matthew Stafford still hasn't hit the field. What does Dr. Clapper have to say? We'll find out next.
How are you? This is the Waba Grill 4 p.m. hour on Sedano and Kap. Cool off with Waba Grill's new premium Waba beverages, like their new Ice Dragon Fruit Mango Lemonade, available now at Waba Grill. It's for you. More of Sedano and Kap next on ESPN LA.
Waba Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
On the ESPN LA app.
Oh, the front flip from Denis as he celebrates with Sonny Young Men.
The new home of Sonny and the Black and Gold is ESPN Los Angeles.
Back when I played, leg cramps were no joke. Fourth quarter, overtime, practice, even when I got home, they would hit out of nowhere. Had I known about Highland's leg cramps back in the day, I would have had a locker full of the stuff. Now I'm retired, I still get these cramps on my morning walks, hanging out with my daughter, but now I've got something that actually works. Highland's leg cramps. The tablets dissolve quickly under the tongue and don't upset my stomach. Cramps hit athletes, weekend warriors, couch coaches, all of us. Grab Highland's leg cramps and get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS.
Get ready, LA. AARP Los Angeles and ESPN LA teaming up to kick off the 2025 football season in style. We're giving away a pair of tickets for 2 lucky winners for the first professional football game of the season right here in LA. No purchase necessary. Got to be 18 or older and a legal U.S. resident to enter. Void where prohibited. Promotion runs August 4th through August 22nd. Visit aarp.org/Los Angeles. This giveaway administered by AARP. Enter now.
In a world parched for excitement, one drink will emerge. Twisted Tea, the refreshing thrill ride of flavor. Recreating its classic role as the hard iced tea that goes down smooth. Twisted Tea doesn't just taste like real iced tea, it's made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Taste the adventure with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
In theaters now, Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four is the #1 movie in the world.
Yes! Oh,
It's unlike anything Marvel has done before.
We face a danger that has threatened our family.
And now it's certified fresh.
I will not sacrifice my child for this world, but I will not sacrifice this world for my child.
And it's one of the best superhero movies of all time. Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four. In theaters now. Rated PG-13. Some material may not be suitable for children under 13.
And it is Sedano and Kap. The Waba Grill 4 p.m. hour is on. Stay cool this summer with Waba Grill's $5 happy hour. Weekdays after 3 p.m. 5-piece dumplings and a value-sized premium Waba beverage drink like their new tangy, delicious passion fruit lemonade. Both for only $5. Waba Grill, it's for you. On this day back in 2005, the #1 hit, You're Beautiful by James Blunt. Sedano and Kap with Trudell continues your Thursday afternoon right now.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
You know who's beautiful?
You're beautiful. It's true.
Dr. Robert Clapper, he's who's beautiful.
Well, he has a
Doctor.
beautiful mind. That's for sure.
Hey, listen, Trudell, I thought once it was kind of confusing talking about Porzingis fighting in an octagon until you did a Trudell vision. And you said, have you ever seen a giraffe take on another beast? Bingo! The lights went on. Good Trudell vision.
Look, Dr. Clapper, it's just years of hearing about Clapper vision, not to be confused with Cappy vision, which is
two different kinds of
we
visions.
just, look, this is a Disney station, all right? We can't get into too much Cappy vision because, if you know what I'm saying, Doc. But yeah,
I know exactly.
I'm going to give you a little credit there. So that was a Trudell vision inspired by Clapper vision.
Thank you.
Hey, Dr. Clapper, so today the Rams were practicing at the New Orleans Saints, and by all accounts, the Rams defense was totally dominant. The Rams offense didn't look so good, kind of took time to get heated up. There's some videos that are going around the internet right now showing Jimmy G throwing to Devontae in what people are calling a hospital ball, because that's what Devontae called it when he was back with the Raiders. I'm setting all of this up to say this, that there is still no Matthew Stafford. Everybody's making it seem like it's no big deal. He'll be there week 1. I'm starting to get very, very concerned. We had this conversation a week ago, and he still hasn't been on the field. I know you're not diagnosing him or seeing him, but are you starting to feel like maybe there's more to the story?
Yes. Well, it's not more to the story. There's no doubt. This is why we love Matthew Stafford. If anybody's going to play hurt, he's going to play hurt. But just like Justin Herbert is demanding to play at least one game in the preseason, because you just need to get going. You don't want to just be thrown into the fire. I'm pretty sure he would want to be out there. But he tried, and he couldn't. So it's not healed yet. And you do not want to rotate or twist a disc. It's like rotating the shock absorber in your car. It's not designed for twist. It's designed to go up and down with a bump. And he's got a problem with his shock absorber. And when you throw that football, unfortunately, you're twisting the shock absorber.
Doc, just to follow up on that for a quick second, do you suppose that this is something that's fixable, at least, and I'll call it in the short term, or do you think that this is going to be an ongoing theme of the entire season for Matthew Stafford?
Good question, Scott, because once this heals and goes back to being just right, like almost beating the Philadelphia Eagles except for the stupid snowstorm, we know that same chronic 502 sacks that he took in his career already, he's capable of great things. What everybody needs to do is, number one, not be concerned, not be driving everyone crazy, especially Matthew Stafford, to come back. They need to let this calm down and heal. And I'm not a big fan of epidurals. They already gave him one. Please don't rush him. If he has to miss a few games, even with the season starting, he needs to feel perfect, then we'll win a Super Bowl. If they bring him back too soon, I will be concerned.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. Doc, let me ask you just a general question here about Ohtani. Like, he's been back for a while now. Obviously, they're increasing the innings. Everything seems to be going fine. Does the fact that he hasn't had setbacks yet, does the fact that the miles per hour is there, does that inform his chances of maintaining this, or is there anything that you've seen that would alert you to the otherwise on Ohtani in the throwing?
So structurally, as a surgeon, we look at what God made and we put it back together again. So he structurally is back together. It has scarred. It has healed. If you stress his elbow, it doesn't open up like it did before, doesn't cause pain. But the invisible part of the healing is the neuromuscular control. That is the X factor. And that's why when we tell patients it's going to be a year for you to heal, and then the elite athletes say, I don't have my explosiveness yet. Kevin Durant and his Achilles tendon, he did great, but he didn't really become Kevin Durant till the next season. So healing, and then there's healing. The subtle neuromuscular control is not there yet for Ohtani just because of the anatomy. He's structurally sound, but it's that fine-tuned wiring that the brain needs to do to the elbow, to his muscles. That's only going to get better with more time.
Hey, Dr. Clapper, one last one here. We'll make it a little quick, but the Chargers lost Rashawn Slater, their left tackle, to a patellar tear. And I'm not, you hear ACL, MCL, et cetera. I'm not really sure I know what the patellar is. Give us what we need to know.
So, you ready for a Clapper vision, Cappy?
Yes, sir.
Are you sitting down or you standing up?
I'm sitting down. You want me standing up?
No, I want you to sit down, and now I want you to take your hand and feel your kneecap. And for those listening, take it easy while you're driving. But I want you to feel, if you're sitting, feel your kneecap, okay? And I want you to go around with your finger, your kneecap, because it's a circle. It's kind of like an Oreo cookie or a clock. And I want you to go to 12 o'clock on your kneecap. Now I want you to swing past 9 o'clock and now go down to 6 o'clock. Now go a little bit further than 6 o'clock and push in, and you will feel that tendon. You'll feel that spongy. It's not like pressing on the bone of the kneecap. You're going to feel that spongy part. That's the patella tendon. That's what attaches to the bump on your shin bone called the tibial tubercle. Here's the Clapper vision. You know what that ball looks like on the bumper of a truck that's hauling a boat. Mm-hmm. It's that, and they don't make bigger balls. It really is almost one size for all types of boat trailers. But what if you keep upgrading the size of your boat? It's bigger, it's wider, it's heavier, all right? But you're not upgrading the size of the ball on the bumper. When you do massive weightlifting and strengthen your quadriceps muscle, which are the muscles above the knee that allow you to extend your knee, you're getting a bigger, stronger boat, but you are not getting a bigger, stronger ball attaching to the bumper. What Rashawn Slater did was rip the ball off of the bumper because of the bigger, stronger boat that he's hauling. A patella tendon tear is you no longer have the extension capability to straighten your leg because your quad attached to your kneecap, but your kneecap's no longer attached to your tibia to straighten your knee.
Cappy, you can stop rubbing your knee now.
Yeah,
okay?
No, I had to stop. I had to stop.
All right, go ahead, Doc. Yeah.
But did that make sense?
It made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense. Thanks to the Clapper vision. It was kind of like Trudell vision with the giraffes fighting each other. It was a perfect Clapper vision.
Right.
Doc, we love you. We'll talk to you next week.
Can't wait. God bless you guys. Thanks.
Right back to you. Dr. Robert Clapper. Cedars-Sinai.
There's the doc.
There he goes. All right, coming up, we're going to get into the 5 o'clock commercial-free zone. And I want to get back to Mike on a breakdown of the Lakers schedule that was released today. We kind of danced around it a little bit earlier. Mike, I want to do, to use your phrase, a deep dive.
A comprehensive deep dive.
Correct, on the Lakers schedule. We'll get to that coming up next.
And by the way, fantasy football fans, this is your moment. It's the ESPN LA Fantasy Draft Party back at Hollywood Park Casino. That's Thursday, August 28th with Sedano and Kap live at 3 o'clock. And the draft kicking off at 6. So reserve your league of 8 now at ESPNLA.com, or you can join the single-team waitlist if you don't have a full league. Prizes all season long thanks to Hollywood Park Casino. park, party, and play. Sedano Kap.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Rams fans, the 2025 Rams regular season is right around the corner. Don't miss any regular season home games this year with marquee matchups against the 49ers, Lions, Texans, Buccaneers, and more for only $97 per game. In addition, get home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2025. Again, that is therams.com/2025. Secure your season tickets and see you at the Rams house.
You think you know football? Then prove it in the Circa Million Pro Football Challenge, kicking off from the greatest sports destination in the world, Circa Las Vegas. A guaranteed $6 million is up for grabs with a cool mill going to the winner. Come in last and you got $100,000 coming your way. It's $1,000 per entry, max 5 entries per person. Don't forget about Circa Survivor also, with $15 million in guaranteed prizes. Enter Nevada, play from anywhere. Learn more at circasports.com.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. It's 5 p.m. in the Southland.
Turn it up, man.
Time to blow that 5 o'clock whistle with Sedano and Cappy.
That's right, it's the 5 o'clock hour on Sedano and Cap. And it's time for 30 minutes non-stop.
Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
With fun and frivolity, tomfoolery and hijinks, and Cappy doing his thing. Thanks to our friends at Real Father's Rights. Real Father's Rights, the father's rights attorney.
Visit rfr710.com or call 833-ESPN-710.
Let's do it, 5 o'clock in the Southland.
30 minutes of non-stop Sedano and Cap starts now.
You ready for this? And time for the Real Father's Rights 5 o'clock hour on 710 ESPN. Let's do it, Jack!
Bing, ba-dum-bum. Boom, be-dum-bum. Bum, be-dum-bum. Doo-da-dum-bum. Ba-da-bum. Doo-da-dum-bum. Boom, ba-dum-bum. Doo-da-dum-bum. Bing, ba-dum-bum. Yeah. It's nice to have that as background.
Oh, you know, Cappy, you remember my friend Martin?
Martin.
Yeah. So we were staying at his house for a little bit, and he's got his guest room downstairs in his house is like he has it like a music room basically. So there's a drum set in the corner. He's got a guitar. There's all these pictures of him with with 80s and 90s rock stars and stuff. There's a couch from, now I'm forgetting the venue, but one of the major venues. It's a blue couch that he's got down there, just fully decorated. And I thought, if you ever want to, hit some drums, because whenever we're coming back in these segments and you're kind of mimicking the movement, you know what I mean? You're welcome to come over to Martin's and play some drums.
Well, I was actually saying yesterday that I think I need like an electric drum set in the studio.
That might be a little over the top and unnecessary.
No, but like a full drum set is a very big space taker. An electric drum set, kind of small, and I can just do, you know what I mean? Like I could just do all my drum sounds.
Okay. Well,
why are you staying over at Martin's? You haven't really told me that. You've referenced it a couple times.
Yeah, we're doing some work on the house.
Oh,
right. And so we've been at all numbers of locations, but Martin's we've been at the most.
How long you been out of the house?
Generous individual. I mean, it's been like a month and a half now.
Come on,
yeah,
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys Airbnb. Oh, that's why you guys wear Terranea. Okay, now it explains a little bit to me.
Yeah, we've been all over the place.
Why are these guys going to Terranea? These guys live like 5 minutes from Terranea.
Well, I mean, first of all, you never need an excuse to go to Terranea.
Yep,
It's
great place.
Maybe the nicest place in the country. Shout out to the great staff at Terranea. Ralph Grippo runs
Shout
a
out
tight
Ralph.
ship over there. It's a great place.
So you've got work going on at your house, and you guys are like as a family, you guys are kind of gypsying it this summer.
Yep. Living out of the suitcases for the most part. And, I would say that I'm used to that with my life on the Lakers road trip. We're going to talk about the schedule in a second. I think it's a little bit harder for the wife and for the boys, but they've been handling it well, all things considered.
Yeah, and when they going back to school?
They are next week.
Okay, so then how long until we're back in the house?
Next week-ish. So we're getting there. We're in the home stretch. And we're saying we're in we're basically over at the house a lot because it's getting worked on and stuff. But yeah. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, the Roxy is the music venue.
Oh, the Roxy.
Roxy.
Yeah, that's where Martin got the couch from. It's like a big blue couch autographed by all of the artists.
And what is Martin's deal? Did he play music in the 80s? Was he part of a hair band?
He's just
he's
an international man of mystery. Okay, he's from Montreal. He was a lawyer in Canada and then a lawyer in England, but not a lawyer here. But now he's into finance. And as I told you, had a kid at 50 and another kid at 60. He's an absolute unique mountain of a man. Okay,
that's how I would describe Larry King. This guy.
Well, I don't know about Larry King, but
I mean, he's having kids at 60.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, what was it? I
didn't mean he was wearing suspenders and saying hello.
And if you can wait another 9 years, then he could go. If you could go 50, 60, 70, right, and have a kid in each of those decades, that would be very impressive.
That's pretty damn impressive. Yeah. Mike, real quick before we get to the Lakers schedule, I want to just say to our listeners, and in many cases viewers, because a lot of these folks are in our live YouTube chat, Sedano calls them the mongrels. Good ears, everybody. Good listening. Because I see Big O and I see like Robert Salazar in our live YouTube chat. And when Dr. Clapper was talking about they don't make bigger balls.
Bigger balls.
As soon as he said that, I texted DeAndre and went, that's going to be a really nice drop on the show.
Bigger balls.
Bigger balls. I heard it. Big O heard it. Robert Salazar heard it. And Dr. Clapper said it. And it's now a new drop on the show.
Bigger balls.
You got it.
Hopefully he makes the Open.
Right. He might have a chance to make the Open. It's a real possibility.
Well,
bigger balls.
I mean, look, as you said, we're trying to get to a full segment. So,
we're
kind
getting
of a
close.
low bar.
We are getting close.
Yeah.
Hey, Funch, can I do this right now or do I have to wait till later in the hour? Can I give away another 4-pack of Angels tickets, Angels Cubs, for next week?
You know what? Let's just do it now. How about that?
Okay, let's do it. Okay. Hey, reminder to make sure you're listening to Sedano Kap today, tomorrow, the remainder of the week, obviously, because Friday of next week, we will be doing a live broadcast from Angel Stadium. So it's me, it is Beto Duran, it is Chris Morales, and we're all going to be broadcasting from the Coors Light Chill Zone at Angel Stadium. So if you know where like the rock structure is in center field, we'll be broadcasting from right above it. If you call right now, 877-710-ESPN, caller 7 wins a 4-pack of tickets to join us at Angels Cubs next Friday, August 22nd. Make sure you're listening all week, only here on 710. Good luck, everybody. Caller 7, we're looking for you. All right, Mike, we have not really gone deep into the Lakers schedule, and I know you wrote a piece on it today on Lakers.com. Where should we start? Like, what should Laker fans who have not sat down and examined the schedule, what should we all know?
Well, there's a couple things, Cappy, and you as a ball knower, you didn't need to read through the whole article because you just intrinsically know things about the NBA, right? And so you could just look at it and kind of feel. So you only had to do the bullet points. Is that a fair way to describe
I read the top of your article.
Yeah.
And once you kind of got into the offseason and Luka and LeBron, and
you were like, I know everything, so I don't need to.
I've been following very closely. I feel like I got a good grasp on it.
Yeah, of course, you're an expert on it for sure. So the first thing about the schedule, it's not incredibly different, honestly, from the last 2 seasons. So there's been a trend as to how the games and the schedules play out since they inserted the NBA Cup into things. And the NBA Cup has inserted there are a couple things now. It leaves some unknowns. So let me put it this way. In the Western Conference, right, there are 15 teams. And so you play, you're the Lakers, you play the teams in your division 4 times for sure. That's guaranteed. So that's the other teams in the Pacific Division. If you look at the whole conference, typically there would be 8 teams that you play 4 times and 4 teams that you only play 3 times. And that, that could be a significant factor if, for example, you play the Thunder are one of the teams in this year that you would play 3 times, and the Jazz are a team that you play 4 times, just because it's one of those games that's going to be a little bit easier in terms of racking up a regular season win. So since they inserted the NBA Cup, there are now 6 teams that are only listed for 3 matchups, and then 2 of those teams, once the NBA Cup gets to the quarterfinals, they will then fill in these open schedule dates in December. So and eventually there will be just 4 teams that you play 3 times. Right now, though, like Minnesota, Memphis, a couple other teams are only listed on there for 3 times. So it's just something to kind of keep in the back of your mind, where you might say, oh, the Lakers are only going to play the Wolves once on the road this year. And for me, that would be unfortunate because, I'm from Minnesota. I like to go back. I like to see my niece. I like to see my high school friends. And so I'm always like, there's only 1 game at Minnesota. But that could change if the Lakers don't advance to the quarterfinals, or it could change if they advance to the quarterfinals and the Wolves did. So that's the first thing to keep in mind when you look at the schedule now. It's like, okay, when's the NBA Cup? How does that impact the teams against whom the Lakers have not been scheduled yet? Does that make sense, Cap?
Makes some sense. It was a little complicated, but I'm with you. I'm trying to figure it out. So if you are scheduled for 1 game in the in-season tournament, and you don't advance, then they're going to fill in with other. You're going to have to explain that to me.
Well, so here, let me just put it this way, right? So there are 82 games, right?
Okay.
Right now, there are only actually 80 games that are listed on the schedule.
Okay.
And then there are 2 open dates, and those 2 open dates most likely will be filled with Laker games against 2 of the 6 teams that they're only expected to play 3 times in the conference right now. So that's all it is. So there's 80 games around the schedule. Boom, those games are definitely happening. Mm-hmm. Then games 81 and 82 that you just have yet to determine that opponent based on whether you advance in the NBA Cup or not.
Okay, and the dates for the NBA Cup, like where in the schedule does because there are like what you would call, I guess, preliminary games?
Yeah, so there's 4 games within your group, right? Okay. So there are 3 groups of 5 in each conference, right? And those games, it actually starts on the 31st of October. That would be Halloween, right?
Right.
So the first game is on Halloween at Memphis. The second NBA Cup game for the Lakers is at New Orleans, by the way, where you may come and join us and join me in the hotel. And by the way, it's a great hotel. Okay, I'll tell you which one it is later. And then you go see your daughter for the football game Saturday. Right.
Tulane playing Florida Atlantic. I mean, that's going to be probably like Saturday night on ABC, don't you think?
That's right. Well, actually, let's see. So that game, the first one's on Prime, and then that game's on Friday. So yeah, that'll be ESPN.
No, I was
the football game.
Joking that the football game is not really like a big game.
Oh, my bad. I thought I was already looking at the national TV schedule for it to try and answer your question, and you were just making a crack about Tulane. My bad. And then
more about Florida Atlantic.
Then the Florida Atlantic. Then the other two matchups, Cappy, are the 25th and the 28th, and that's the Clippers and the Mavs. And so, however if the Lakers win all 4 of those games, they would advance and play in the Emirates NBA Cup quarterfinals on Tuesday the 9th, right? If they don't advance, then they would play a regular season game on either the 11th or the 12th, and either the 14th or the 15th, and that's where it would be one of the teams in that pot that I had suggested earlier. So it's like it'll be either Minnesota or Memphis or like one of those types of teams.
Okay, I think I'm with you so far.
Yeah, you're with me.
Season tips off at home on Tuesday, October 21st against Golden State. So you take Steph Curry and the Warriors, and you bring them to L.A., and you've got Luka, who had the entire offseason to, get himself into the shape that he's obviously gotten himself into. You've got the additions that the Lakers have made to the roster, and you've got LeBron coming back for year 23. And so there's a lot of great storylines to Lakers-Warriors opening night in L.A. So I love the way the season starts off. You have any issue with the Warriors and the Lakers, or do you have a better idea?
No, I mean, I think that's a good way to sum it. It's also, if you want to simplify it even further, it's just LeBron and Steph somehow still playing at this elite level all these years later, going back to the finals matchups that they had, 10 plus years ago. And yet LeBron is still All-NBA second team. And, Steph, I think what did Steph end up on this year? Did he make the minimum game? Let me look that up while we're talking.
All
If
right,
Steph made the
DeAndre
minimum.
Funchie, anybody know that answer?
So no, I don't think Steph was. Let's see. Steph was on. I think he was on the second team with LeBron. Yeah, he was. So Steph was all. So these are two still right. Still basically somehow late prime players, and it's just like so. You can't really penalize. You can't really go to the NBA and be like, oh, you're dragging us through LeBron and Steph again, because they're still super fun to watch play against each other. They're both on good teams. They both have a chance to make a playoff run. So I just think it's a bankable, like LeBron, Steph season opener, boom. And then you have all the other stuff that you mentioned, Cappy, right? You have Luka, of course, coming in off of the Slovenia, which we're going to get a chance to watch. Eurobasket coming up in these next couple of weeks. You've got Jimmy Butler. How's that going to look for a full season? And then you go straight from that game to a rematch of round one where the Lakers lost to Minnesota. And look, it was 4-1, so it was clearly Minnesota performed much better overall. But like those early games were all tight, and then there was the game where Luka was super sick and barely able to play in game 3. And like so, these to me, the way as I would describe it, these teams aren't that far apart, I don't think. And the Wolves didn't necessarily get better. They of course lose Nickeil Alexander-Walker as a free agent to Atlanta, and then they're going to play Terrence Shannon, more pretty good young players.
And
So,
Jalen Clark.
They'll be good. Yeah, Clark will play
But
some too.
they trust those two guys. Obviously, they didn't want to pay Nickeil, so they have more trust in Terrence Shannon because what he did in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that they didn't want to pay Nickeil. I think they just couldn't afford to, and also keep Randall and sort of just keep things going in that direction. But like they definitely are not thrilled about losing Alexander Walker. But to your point, DeAndre, they got a couple of young guys that they can slide in for cheaper options at least. This will be what OKC is going to do the next several years. Like, all right, they love Lou Dort, but they're gonna take one of their young guys who's making a quarter of what he is and fill him into that slot as these teams kind of worry about going up into the second apron. So like that basically, Cappy, though, that's the first week, right? It's Warriors and it's Wolves, and then thankfully for the Lakers, they were kind enough to leave Thursday the 23rd as an open schedule date so that I can go see my Minnesota Vikings play against the Chargers at SoFi. So
it is
great
a Thursday night game. Yeah,
Thursday night game.
October 23rd.
And
yeah.
Cappy, so here's the thing. You know that and not just to tweak you, I have some very close friends that work for the Chargers.
Yep.
I do want them to do well, but I will be wearing my Randy Moss throwback authentic jersey to that game, and of course rooting for the Vikings. So you're happy that I'm at least rooting against the Chargers in that game.
I am very happy to hear that. By the way, Mike Trudell, I don't know if you know this or not, but my partner on my podcast, the Cappy Cast, my man Alex Padilla, he is a Manchester United nut, and he is a Minnesota Vikings nut.
Sounds like a great guy.
You guys have a lot in common. You guys might have to go to this game together.
Sounds like a great guy. I would love to take a picture with him. I'll tell you what, I'll be wearing my Moss jersey. Maybe he could wear a Jefferson jersey, and we could take a photo together.
Okay, that's not a bad idea.
Can I throw in one question in regards to the Vikings?
Yeah, what do you got?
How confident are you in J.J. McCarthy?
Look, man, I've been sending a lot of texts to people asking about McCarthy. He only played one series, basically, in the preseason game, so it's tough to take too much out of it. The play-by-play guy, Paul Allen, if you're an NFL nut, you've probably heard a lot of his calls.
He's great.
Yeah, he goes viral a lot because he's super into it. I was talking about McCarthy with my father-in-law, actually on the phone the other day, and he was like, I'm worried about him. He's a rookie. So I was like, all right, PA, Paul, what's the real deal with McCarthy? And he sent me back a video that his basic summary was, look, he's going to be fine. Okay, he's got the best quarterback mind out there in Kevin O'Connell. He's athletic. He's going to be moving around in the pocket. He's not a sitting duck like Kirk Cousins was. Even to an extent, Darnold, if you put the pressure on him, he can get a little bit skittish, as what we saw what happened in the playoffs against the Rams. So, like, he's like, look, it's going to take him time to really figure it out, but it's going to be good enough because we're able to spend all of the money that it would have cost to keep Darnold on defensive upgrades, on upgrades around the roster. And so it's going to be a really good, solid team. But, we have to kind of wait and see a little bit. But he wasn't scared off by what he's seen so far.
But
so
wait a second. Let me just say this about J.J. McCarthy. So, obviously, you're coming off of a knee injury, and he didn't get to play at all his rookie season.
Not
but
ideal.
when I think about what rookie quarterbacks did last year, okay, and I think to myself, I said, okay, Jaden Daniels is already considered by every list that's been published, The Athletic, ESPN, everybody's got Jaden Daniels as like number 6. You had 1 year where you took a team that had been downtrodden for a long time with a brand new coaching staff and a first-round quarterback, and Jaden Daniels took a team to the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
So that's one guy.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, when you put together a guy like Bo Nix, who most people didn't think was necessarily like a pure first-rounder, but Denver took their shot. He became their starter. You put him together with a guy like Sean Payton, whose fame is pretty much all about what he and Drew Brees did together in New Orleans. So you have a quarterback-friendly, offensive-minded coach, and you put him together with a young, athletic quarterback. And these are now two examples, Jaden Daniels and in this case, Bo Nix, two young guys that made it to the playoffs last year. When you think about Drake May did not play last year when Patriots fans were calling to see Drake May play because they were still playing Tyrod Taylor because they were trying to avoid getting Drake May beat up. But in the latter part of the year, when Drake May played on a team that had like no receivers, had like no offensive line whatsoever, Drake May is a playmaker. So I saw at least 3 young quarterbacks last year. I maybe am missing somebody because like Caleb Williams wasn't overly impressive. But then again, they knew that if they didn't win, then they were going to fire everybody, and then they'd go out and get a guy like Ben Johnson, who's now their new head coach. So that's 4. Who am I missing, DeAndre, from last year's quarterback class, rookie quarterbacks? I don't remember. There's a fifth.
I mean, Penix, but he came in later.
Penix.
Penix.
By the way,
looked pretty good once he got in.
Here's another quick timeout and another little left turn here for a second.
Here we go. Don't do it, Cap.
Hey, I didn't do it.
Don't do it, Cap.
I didn't do anything. Hey, Mike, did you see what happened? Apparently, the way I've read this story, and Funchy, maybe you fill it in here a little bit, but apparently in Atlanta, the CBS affiliate, I hope I get all this right, the CBS affiliate put Michael Penix's name up on the screen, and if you look at your keyboard, the X and the S are close to one another. So Penix is, I believe, how you spell the kid's last name. But lo and behold, for the first time, somebody actually used the S at the end of Penix's last name rather than the S at the end of Penix's last name. And that went out on television as a lower third graphic.
Big penis energy!
I mean, look, it's the same thing that happened when, almost every NBA announcer had the Grady Dick did anything for Toronto. We males, we are unable, right, to look at something like that with a straight face. We just can't do it. We can't help ourselves.
Poor Michael Penix. Hey, here's another little quick timeout side note kind of thing. DeAndre, you know how yesterday you told me that I said to this, I had a meeting last night, Mike, in Calabasas. So we got off the air at 6 o'clock. We probably left downtown L.A. about 6:15, and we got out to Calabasas at about 7:20 p.m. And we were having a meeting last night, a dinner with Avner Gatt. Hello. So we get done with this dinner. We get done, and we start making our way back towards L.A., and then we were heading down towards Anaheim. Now, where was I going with this story? Back me up, somebody. Back me up. Where was I?
Penis?
DeAndre. No, not penis. DeAndre, you said to me, you go, hey, Cap, don't worry if you've got a 3.5-hour drive home from Calabasas down to South.
Yeah.
You can finish watching Quarterback, right?
Or did you finish it?
DeAndre, I finished watching Quarterback last night. The Netflix documentary series.
There we go.
Right? Mike, have you seen this series?
Yes. Yes. Which ends with like Kirk Cousins getting replaced by Michael Penix.
Okay.
Right.
Can I just say one thing? If you've not seen Quarterback, I was waiting the entire, and it was slow, and I wasn't that into it. And I didn't binge it, but I finally got to the end of it, and the climax that I was looking for is what happens when Kirk Cousins gets benched last year. You guys all see this? DeAndre, you saw it?
I did not see it, no.
Oh, dude, let me tell you guys something. Funchy, have you seen this? Did you see what happened?
I have not seen this, no.
Guys, I'm going to tell you something right now. I said in like episodes 1 and 2, I would not want to be on Kirk Cousins' team. He's just such an hyper perfectionist that I think he kind of like makes everybody around him a little uptight. By the end of this series, based on the way they edit it and the way they make him look, he is the most incredible teammate you could ever ask for.
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He put up incredible numbers in Minnesota. They never won, but he put up big-time numbers.
Yeah, big numbers, especially in the games that didn't have a great defense. But, yeah, great. I can't dispute he's a great guy. If you put any pressure on him, things started to go downhill fast.
You like that? You like that?
But he's very easy to root for all the reasons, the intangibles that you point out, Cappy. It's just like in a big game, though, then you're getting antsy.
But what happened to him was he hurt his shoulder and he hurt his arm in a game. And he didn't come out of the game, and he didn't say, hey, look, I need 2 or 3 weeks to get my body right, so I'm going to take myself out. He literally admitted in the middle of the series that had he taken time off to get his body right, he didn't do it because he was fearful that he would never get his job back. Now that is an incredible admission from a guy of his stature in the league and a guy that the Falcons went out and paid all that money to. And then when the Falcons called him, Raheem Morris called him, said, hey, can you come in? I need to talk to you. He gets in his car. He drives in to go meet with Raheem Morris. Raheem tells him, Kirk, we're going in a different direction. We're gonna start Michael Penix Jr. You know what Cousins does after that, guys? He goes to his car, he calls Penix, and he goes, hey, it's your team now, and I'm here to support you, and let's go. And his wife starts crying like, what kind of guy loses his job, is essentially humiliated, and is willing to call his backup and say, you're the guy, I'll back you up now. There was even a scene where he's talking to Andy Dalton of the Carolina Panthers after a game, and Dalton goes, hey, how you doing, man? How you getting along with what's going on here? And Kirk Cousins like, bro, it kind of sucks because we just bought a house. I kind of figured I was going to be the guy here for the next couple of years, and now I'm not. And the fact that he was such an amazing, supportive teammate and was running the scout team. The guy hadn't run a scout team in 10 years in the NFL. I fell more in love with Kirk Cousins. Now, I don't want him to be my starting quarterback.
Yeah, I'd be happy to go have a night out with Kirk and you, Cappy. But again, I'm looking forward to having a quarterback that can move a little bit when the pressure hits the pocket.
So this all goes back to J.J. McCarthy. I think J.J. McCarthy, I'm really excited to see what he is, what he becomes. Like you mentioned, Kevin O'Connell, kid who played at San Diego State, was the Rams offensive coordinator.
Great football mind.
He is an excellent football mind, and before he became like a coach, he was an individual private quarterback coach. As a matter of fact, they show this one scene where this is when Minnesota lost to Detroit in the final week of the regular season last year when both teams were 14-2, and you see O'Connell and Goff hug it out after the game, and O'Connell tells Goff how proud he is of him because when Goff was coming out of college at Cal, and what's the kid's name? Carson Wentz was coming out of, I think it was North Dakota State.
Yep.
Kevin O'Connell was their pre-combine, pre-workout quarterback coach. He wasn't in the league at the time. He was just doing private quarterback coaching. So he goes back a long way with a lot of those guys. And DeAndre, are you proud of me? I finished quarterback last night while driving home. It was 111 miles, and I finished quarterback.
I'm proud of you. No, you didn't, run into anything, right? No curves, no anything. You didn't spook Chris out when he's trying to fall asleep. You're
not looking down at you're essentially listening to it.
Like a podcast.
Yeah, okay.
But then if I'm being really honest, can I be really, really honest for a minute? I did kind of hold my phone up to my steering wheel, so I'm kind of holding my steering wheel with one hand and my phone up here on the other. Hey, listen, guys, as you can tell, you've seen what I do when I drive. I'm very good at multitasking.
Was Morales freaked out when you were driving?
No. I dropped him off already.
Okay.
But speaking of that, can I just tell you guys what happened to me last night? Let me tell you really what happened. We're driving down. Me and Morales.
You got a ticket for that.
No, I did not get a ticket for that.
Should have.
We were driving back from Calabasas, and I'm going to drop Morales off at the train station in Anaheim, right? The GPS is kind of giving us a weird way to go. It wasn't as simple as get off the 5 at Catella and start heading inland. It was, no, we're going to get you off here, and then we're going to get you back on the 57, and then we're going to get you off right here. Dude, the Dodger-Angel game the game ended, let me rephrase, about 40 minutes before we got to the Anaheim train station. You have the traffic trying to leave Angel Stadium. You couldn't even make a turn to go down to the train station because there was so much traffic. They do all
that one-way thing, where they don't let you go left out of the stadium.
Right. And truth is that Angel Stadium doesn't usually have 50,000 people in it. but the Dodgers were playing, and Ohtani was pitching. And this is the series that sells out and everybody wants to go to. And so freaking Morales has me trying to drop him off at the Anaheim train station when the Angels-Dodgers game is getting out.
Oh, boy.
That's not the best planning.
Nope.
Well, is that why? Do you think subconsciously you were trying to? Well, look, I don't want to say this too directly, but we know that Morales had, basically barely survived, right? And we're also thankful that he's with us. And I don't like the fact that he told you to drop you off at that station, which increased your stress to the amount that you raised your phone in front of the steering wheel, thus very likely increasing your chances of crashing and injuring Morales. And I hope that none of this went through your head when he told you where he wanted you to drop him off.
No, this all happened post-Morales drop. So I couldn't drop him off at the Anaheim train station because you couldn't make your way in, and the traffic was insanity. And we got past the Honda Center, and he's like, forget it. You can't even let me out. I can't even walk with my luggage down to the train station.
So what, he just hop out and...
I know, I took him home. I drove him home,
well,
which is like 4 miles from the Anaheim train station.
Why wouldn't you just drop him off at home in the first place?
That's what we should have done.
Yeah. What, is it that much farther from the train station?
The two of us assumed, because we were driving down the road and we were listening to the end of the Angels-Dodgers game, and we assumed that by the time we got to the train station, everybody would have already left Angels Stadium. But this was 30 or 40 minutes after the game ended, and people had left. They walked out. They went to their cars. They got in their cars. They're trying to make their way out. And we got caught up in all the Angel-Dodger post-game traffic.
Okay. Well, I hope the meeting with Abner Gatt was worth it.
Oh, it was very worth it.
That's good.
Very, very worth it.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. There's 30 minutes commercial-free. It was part Lakers schedule. It then turned into J.J. McCarthy, which turned into football talk, which turned into quarterback talk.
And then some exciting traffic talk.
And then it turned into whatever it was at the end of that. Yeah.
Well, but we have saved the best segment for after the next break, Cappy.
What the Funch is on the way.
Yeah.
You're so right. But first, I want to remind everybody that football season now is right around the corner. So college football going to heat up here in the next week. Preseason pro football is already underway, and I want everybody to make sure you download the Prize Picks app and use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Download Prize Picks. You make your first $5 play. You're going to immediately see in your account $50. So when you download Prize Picks and you use the code CAPPY, you make a $5 play, you get $50. And the game is so much fun. All you do is you take 2 to 6 players and you decide more or less. Like an example would be, will J.J. McCarthy pass for more than 225 yards or less than 225 yards? Will Jefferson have more than 150 yards receiving or less than 150 yards receiving? Will this field goal kicker kick more than 2 field goals or less than 2 field goals, et cetera, et cetera? Now, the best part of it is this. If you go 6 for 6, you can make up to 2,000 times your money. But Prize Picks is also really good because they've got the flex play. So what happens is, let's say you're going to play 6 guys, but only hit on 5. You can still make a lot of money. It's just that easy. So you don't have to be perfect to make a bunch of money. So here's what I want you to do. Like we've been asking you for the last few years, download the Prize Picks app. Use the code CAPPY. I know most of you have done it, but somebody out there is driving around going, you know what? I want to play. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup, and then the next thing you know, you've got $50 coming to you from Prize Picks in your account. The code is CAPPY. Let's all do it together. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to win a bunch of money this football season. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Saturday, the black and gold keep the road stretch rolling after the electric debut of their new global superstar.
Son Youngman will come in, the number 7 for LAFC for his first ever appearance for the black and gold.
LAFC invades New England for a battle with the Revolution. Pre-game coverage starts Saturday at 4 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Oh, the front flip from Denis as he celebrates with Son Youngman.
The new home of Sonny and the black and gold is ESPN Los Angeles.
Get ready for the ultimate freestyle experience. Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, presented by Spin Master. For the first time ever, Monster Jam trucks team up with freestyle motocross bikes to deliver gravity-defying skills and thrills. See one-of-a-kind FMX bikes designed to match your favorite iconic Monster Jam trucks. Cheer on Team Gravedigger, Team El Toro logo, and more. 2 times the freestyle action, full sad family fun. Coming to Crypto.com Arena August 22nd through 24th. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Lock in your seats today at MonsterJam.com.
Hey, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, quote, inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
You know that feeling. You're finally asleep and bam, a leg cramp comes out of nowhere. Look, I played through pain, but waking up with a leg cramp at 3 a.m., that sucks. So I don't mess around anymore. I keep Highland's Leg Cramps PM on my nightstand. No groggy side effects, no harsh meds, just a fast, effective relief that lets me sleep through the night without the Charlie horse surprise. Get the sleep you need with Highland's Leg Cramps PM. Get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. Highland's Leg Cramps PM, because you don't need a midnight workout.
Craving that beach vibe? There's an Islands restaurant near you with all your favorites. Crafting your perfect Islands moments with classic burgers, fresh cut fries, local brews, and never-ending summer drinks. Visit your local Islands restaurant.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
And it is Sedano and Kap your Thursday afternoon. What the funch? In just moments, but first, happy 80th birthday to Steve Martin. Halle Berry turns 59 and Mila Kunis turns 42 years old today. On this day back in 1971, The Who released the album Who's Next? Yes, you won't get fooled again. That's what Cappy keeps telling us every day, but we still get fooled by this stuff. Huh? Sedano and Kap continues with Trudell your Thursday afternoon right now.
It is time for what has become the hottest segment on ESPN 710 this summer.
Is that right?
That is exactly right.
Doesn't surprise me.
What the funch? Mike Trudell is in for Sedano.
Funch, why don't we do What the Funch on Thompson Trudell? That could have been a winner.
I don't know.
Damn, I wish we would have thought of
Me
that.
too, me too.
I mean, how come you guys didn't do Funch on the streets on Thompson and Trudell?
Well, he was busy producing.
Yeah.
I mean, he was carrying the big load, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to give all the credit to me and Sedano. That's what I'm going to do.
You know what? I'm starting to get big-headed about this segment. I think I need a producer for my segment.
That's why you're wearing that's why you're wearing the Jordan in Magic
right. 91
tee
finals,
right there,
baby.
because you
91
think
finals.
you're the man, and you are.
I don't know if it's the What the Funch segment that has gotten you all big-headed about this, or it might be your new office.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Mike, I don't know if you've seen it, but Funchy got himself a new office at 710.
Which one is it?
It's just the one by Bergman.
Well, no, it's in between me and Bergman.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the one that's right in between me and Bergie. So I'm on the end, and then you got Funchy right next door to me, And then you got Bergie next door to him.
So you're saying that you have an office here?
Yeah, I do.
That's never been a thing, at least back when I was here and I had a show. I didn't have my own office.
Yeah, no, I got my own office.
I've never seen Mason
It's
or
kind of
Alan
the
have an
talent office if you kind of think about it. I mean, it's Cappy and Ireland kind of splitting it.
Well, not really. Not exactly. If you go into the office, and we use the honor system at 710, we leave our doors open.
Yeah.
We don't have things locked up. But if you go into the office and you go into the cubbies, it is all me, man.
Yeah,
I got
it
stuff
is all you.
everywhere.
It is all you. But during the basketball season,
with like horse betting
I do allow Ireland to go into my office.
Yeah. During
before games.
During the basketball season, after he gets off of the show, he'll go into that office and do whatever he does, and then go walk over to crypto.
John and I are thinking that maybe we need to put stars on the door that has his name and my name.
All right. Well,
maybe you guys need to put a sock on it every time when one of you guys are in it, using it, so you guys
What do you
don't
mean, put a sock on what?
on the doorknob, so you guys know that I'm in there. I'm in here doing my thing or whatever. I don't know.
Well,
How about just like a do not disturb sign?
I'm
I
here.
don't think Cappy's doing that thing.
No, I know
in there.
that, but
well,
I mean,
then
yeah,
you
right.
need the sock then.
I mean, yeah, right. You don't need it. You put a sock on it for something else, Funch.
Yeah, Funch. All right, what's up with what the Funch right now? What's up?
So a guy was supposed to come over to my house a couple nights ago or a couple days ago to look at my plumbing, and he never showed up.
Was he a plumber?
He was a plumber, yes.
Okay,
and
got it.
I mean,
Wanna be sure.
it just got me to thinking about guys, these handymans or these people that come into your house and they say, "Hey, I'm gonna be there by or between noon and 5 or something," and then they don't show up. What's up with that?
Did you call him?
We did call him. He said he'll set up another date. We don't know when because me and my wife are busy. We have, I'm producing shows and she's working, whatever.
Funchy, can I ask you this? What did you eat the night before?
Why?
I think this is a good question. Good line
Thanks,
of questioning,
Cappy.
Mike.
Why? Why do I need that?
just curious.
What did I eat the night before?
Probably some College Junior.
No. I ate Hainam chicken.
Okay.
You ate what kind of chicken?
Hainam chicken.
What's Hainam chicken mean?
Like a sort of like Indonesian, Singaporean chicken. It's fried.
Okay.
You
This
get some rice with it.
explains
little
the
flavor.
need.
I mean,
Yeah, the need for the plumber. Yeah.
Well,
why.
it's not. I mean, hey, it's not because of me dropping stuff in the toilet or whatever, man. But it's just that we have a house and we bought a house like a few months ago. We want to check the plumbing and make sure everything's fine.
Oh, okay,
and
so there wasn't an emergency.
no, it wasn't an emergency at all.
Oh,
No.
Sounded to me like an emergency.
No, it wasn't. Not at all. But the
Okay.
guy was supposed to come, didn't show up, and also, a couple months ago, I bought a dishwasher, and the guy didn't show up at all. I left the Saturday open for him, he didn't show up at all.
Wait, to install the dishwasher?
To install the dishwasher, bring it over, deliver it, and install it.
So wait, did you ever get the new dishwasher?
I did. He came over a week later, but still, though, I mean, I wasted a whole Saturday at home waiting for this guy.
By the way, there's nothing worse than hey, your window is 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Exactly. And you usually get that with the cable and internet people,
Well,
right? Whenever you move into a new place, right?
Look, I'm sure, Cappy, I'm sure you have a lot of thoughts on this. I'll try to be brief with mine. I mentioned earlier that we're doing some work on the house right now, right? And it's been about as good of an experience relative to what anybody else has told me, because it seems like everybody else has horror stories about this. But Hardy Construction, Dan Hardy and his brother, are awesome. So I've been dealing with them. Now, with that said, on any given day, there could be 15 different people that need to be in a different spot, and it's definitely hard to get that going. And I think that in L.A., and maybe this speaks to your issue, Funchy, like there are no shortage of jobs, right? There are no shortage of people that need a plumber, an electrician, anything, a contractor. There's so many houses, so many people, and I think that from a perspective of a worker like that, like they're trying to cram in as many visits as they can to make money through the day, and so that's why you get the windows, Cappy, and so I don't think it's anything like. I guess you have to build in a certain amount of that when you're thinking about getting anything done in a city this big with so much demand, and you have to kind of build in a little bit of frustration that it may not always go according to schedule. Easier said than done, Cappy. Maybe you feel differently, but I always kind of expect that can happen in a place like this.
I do feel differently. I feel like when you call somebody, hey, they're a plumber, they say I'll be there between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m., your expectation is that they're going to show up sometime between 12 and 4. You'd like to say, hey, do you mean more like 1 to 3, or do you mean more like 3 to 4? But if they can't give me a straight answer, I understand. But, Funch, here's what I would say.
What's that?
I would never call this guy back.
I
in
know.
In fact, the dishwasher guy, he didn't show up to install the dishwasher.
Yo.
And I wasted my whole Saturday. I'd be like, hey, listen, I'll tell you what. I'd like to return the dishwasher. Thank you. I'm going to go get a dishwasher somewhere else, and I'm going to have somebody else install it.
So the
Okay.
The dishwasher guy, he didn't show up on a Saturday.
Well,
said he had an emergency, a family emergency, which we
Okay,
totally
okay.
understand.
All right,
Okay. So the next week, the next Saturday, he came. He said, "I have a window from 12 to 5." What time did dude come over? 5:02. 5:02, y'all. And I've been waiting there all day. I'm thinking like, dude's gonna come over early because he didn't come out. He didn't come at all last week. So, yeah, and he was there till like 8 o'clock.
Was it quality work?
Oh, quality work, great.
Good dishwasher?
Yeah, works just great.
Okay, well, quality work, though, that is important, and therefore you have to factor that in, right? So maybe he was 2 minutes late, but the work was done very well.
Very well.
That's something that I would consider. Like, the thing gets me more angry than that, Cappy, because, of course, look, we all want somebody to come prompt and right on time in the window. I'm just trying to acknowledge that I think it can be easier said than done sometimes in a big city, but I get it. Of course, we all want it to be done efficiently. What I get more angry about, and this only happened in one circumstance with the situation I have going on, and it had nothing to do with the contractor. It was somebody else, and I had him coming in to do like a particular job, and basically the quote that I got back was absurd relative to what I thought it might be, and so I checked with someone else, and it was indeed absurd to the point where I went with the guy that I went second, but like for basically the same job and the difference of a lot of money. And so that's the stuff to me where if somebody is basically representing something unfairly and trying to get over on you, right? That's the kind of thing, whatever the industry is that you need to have help you. If you find out for real that somebody is basically just charging something because they can, they're used to getting away with it, not what's kind of a fair market price, that would get me much more angry than somebody showing up at 5:02 instead of 4:45.
Yeah, I had a recent situation, same thing. I was trying to put a new garage door opener in, and of course I don't have any skills to do that myself.
Me too.
So I called this guy I know who's got this garage door company. I'm telling you, this guy's like a friend.
Yeah.
And he comes over and he goes, hey, look, we'll get this done. It'll be 1, 2, 3, no big deal. We'll get it done real quick. Hey, how much? They tell me how much. I go, okay, that seems reasonable because you guys are friends, so I think you guys are going to give me this really good deal.
Yeah, and since you're friends, you don't want to like kind of push back on them. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's tough.
They were like, you know what, normally it would be this, but we're going to take this off because you're you. We'll give you a good deal. I tell my girlfriend, I go, yeah, they're going to do the garage. I got it all taken care of. It's going to happen next week. She goes, how much? I told her, she goes, are you out of your mind? I go, I don't know. These are my friends. They have a garage door company. They're going to be able to do this. She goes, that is so much more than we need to be paying. I go, really? So she calls another guy. The other guy comes. He actually gets the exact product she wanted, not the one that my guys were going to give us. And they cut the price in half.
Yeah.
And I was like, these are my friends.
I know.
And they were trying to like screw me over.
That's tough. So for me, a couple of years ago, I got a fully electric car, and so I had to get the different outlet in the garage, right? Mm-hmm. And so I got a quote. I just called, Googled. Actually, I probably asked Ireland the second time around, and Ireland got me a great electrician. The first guy that I tried to find told me it was going to be like I think $1,200 to install this plug that I could charge my car in. So I call Ireland's guy, and he's like, "Oh, no problem. I can do that for $149 for you." I'm like, "Oh." So why is this other guy telling me that it's $1,200? Like
right.
That's a massive gap, and it's not so much again about the money. It's just like the principle behind that. And is the guy now? Look, it's America. Okay, you want to charge your price. Maybe you think that your work is that much better than the other guys. Like I get it. Not everybody has to be the same, but I felt a little bit taken advantage of. But granted, I didn't actually go with the guy for the higher
I'm
price.
with you on that, Funchy. I mean, if the guy doesn't show, if you call up a guy and he doesn't show up, I'm not calling him back to say, hey, can you come back? I know we missed each other. I'm calling the next guy.
Exactly. Like if you go to a restaurant that you didn't like, you're not going to go back again.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. Right. Unless let's say you waited forever, but then you got you got your food, and the food was amazing.
Yeah.
Right. Then you're like, all right, maybe I'll wait again.
Hey, service sucks. Food's great. I'll just deal with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Take it to go.
There you go. That's What the Funch. Great job, Funchy.
Thank you.
Nice job. Nice work. All right, coming up. It is our final segment, which means it's time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal.
Ooh.
And Mike Trudell, our guest host today, it's yours if you want it. What's the real deal? We'll find out next on Sedano and Kap.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
After 30 years and more than 20,000 transactions, Seller's Advantage knows how to get you more for your home.
No agent fees, no commissions, just an as-is cash offer.
Call Seller's Advantage or visit sellersadvantage.com.
I showed up at the hospital and was told I couldn't see my children. Then I showed up in court and was told they may not be mine. Then I was accused of anything and everything: sexual assault, domestic violence, substance abuse. You name it, I heard it. I was forced to go long periods of time without seeing my children. That experience of being wrongfully treated ignited something in me. I can look at a father and honestly tell him I know how he is feeling. I've been there. At Real Fathers' Rights, we care about your family, your livelihood, and your future.
Enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum and SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhbc.com or follow them at playhbc. Must be 21 plus to enter.
Have you been impacted by the Southern California wildfires, like Eaton and Palisades or other related fires this year? You're not alone, and you don't have to recover alone. Join us for the Ashes to Answers, a wildfire expert panel event, August 21st and 23rd at the Westin Pasadena. The event is free and hosted by the Rise Relief Project. We support those impacted by the wildfires with supplies, resources, and emotional care. Get real answers about insurance claim recovery, rebuilding your home, and your real estate options. Learn how to speed up your recovery and find out if you qualify for a wildfire class action lawsuit. Our team of experts, legal advisors, and community partners will be there, offering resources, support, and critical aid. In times of crisis, you need more than hope. You need help you can count on. Rise California. Relief, intervention, support, empowerment. Call 800-484-RISE or log on to risereliefproject.com to RSVP. Register now and receive a free gift at check-in to the event, August 21st or 23rd. 800-484-RISE.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. No application fee if you apply by September 3rd. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Craving that beach vibe? There's an Islands restaurant near you with all your favorites. Crafting your perfect Islands moments with classic burgers, fresh cut fries, local brews, and never-ending summer drinks. Visit your local Islands restaurant.
And it is It's time on Sedano Kap for the Seller's Advantage Real Deal Spotlight. As their very own, the one and only Damon Wines, you see him on all those billboards everywhere. Join Scott Kaplan to tell us the latest going on with Seller's Advantage right now.
I want to ask you about, because you talked a little bit about buying your first house in Arizona. So if you're in Southern California and you're in LA, Northern California, the Bay Area, San Diego, there's a lot of people that are leaving. In fact, I talk about this a lot in your spots. I do. I say things like, hey, if now's the time that you're ready to sell and take your money and move to another place, Seller's Advantage can really help. So with more people leaving the state of California for financial or perhaps lifestyle reasons, how does Seller's Advantage position itself as the fast, hassle-free exit strategy for people who are homeowners who want liquidity and certainty in their timing?
I mean, really, thanks for the great commercial for us. That's really what we offer is we offer that certainty. We offer the ease. We offer the simplicity. We offer the opportunity to hold your hand through the entire transaction. We really wanted to turn selling real estate on its head because it's a frustrating process. There's so much that goes through the traditional sales process. And for some people, they're okay with it. They love it. That's fine. For the people that don't want to deal with it, we just focus on that world-class experience of you give us a call, we will take care of everything else and walk you through it, and just make sure you don't have to stress about selling the house. We'll take care of that.
That was your Seller's Advantage Real Deal Spotlight with Damon Wines joining Cappy, and we get ready now for the Seller's Advantage Real Deal Dealer's Choice with Cappy right now on Sedano and Kap on ESPN LA. And it is Sedano and Kap your Thursday afternoon. Thank you to Damon and Seller's Advantage. It is our final segment. That's our final segment music. Time for the Real Deal Dealer's Choice. Thanks to our friends at Seller's Advantage. Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy that Lakers schedule tonight. Dissect it. And think about Mike Trudell nudging me lightly on the face while I play with Otis the Bunny tonight. I hope she nudges me. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. for a Feel Good Friday. Right now, the final segment, Sedano and Kap with Trudell your Thursday afternoon.
Final segment. Yeah, wow.
Speaking of bunnies, they were all over Terranea, and so I thought of Morales and Otis, and I think I messaged you one of those.
You did. You sent us all those pictures of those bunnies.
Cappy, I had a dealer's choice, but I don't think we have a ton of time.
We don't, but I will tell everybody that the Dealer's Choice Real Deal is brought to you by Seller's Advantage, 888-390-AS-IS for that no obligation offer, or sellersadvantage.com. I mean, Mike, come on, give it to us. Give us a little something.
I wanted you to pick which game you were coming to, which Laker game on the road, right? I had at Atlanta, November 8th, night off before the game. You can hang out after the game. The second one is New Orleans, November 14th. We discussed it earlier in the show. Night off, and then you can stay and see your daughter. The third option is December 7th at Philly. Night off before, unclear if we'll stay after, depends on the NBA Cup. And then the final one was Houston, where we're there for like 4 days in March, so there's plenty of time to hang. So, but what have you decided as to when you're going to come hang?
I would say the most likely game for me will happen in 2026. I'm looking at Tuesday, January 26th at New Orleans. So rather than do it in November when I'm in the middle of football season, I would wait until after the new year to go to New Orleans. What do you think about that game?
Wait, what was the date?
January 6th.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, that works too. We're going straight to San Antonio after the game, but if you come in on Monday, we can go out to dinner and drinks and whatever Monday night the 5th, and then you can come to the game on the 6th.
I got news for you, pal. I'm taking you up on this.
Yeah. Come on down. Maybe Sedano can come too.
DeAndre, you want to go with me?
Yeah, let's do it.
DeAndre's in. All right, DeAndre can stay in Michael's room. Actually, no, Michael doesn't let anybody stay in his room.
I'll be working a Laker game from here.
Oh, that's right.
All right, DeAndre can stay with Ireland, and you can stay with me, Cappy.
Or DeAndre with the Ireland?
What? What's wrong with that? All right, fine.
I'd love to see that.
All right, fine. He can stay with Billy Mack. Billy Mack's cool.
Billy Mack will do, yeah.
Yeah.
He's nice.
Just a quickie here. How about this?
I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
How about Sunday, February 1st against the Knicks in New York? That's a good one.
I mean, look, that's one of the primo ones there. Everybody has somebody in New York, so like it can be a little tougher to guarantee. Like I may have my mom take the train up from DC or something. But if not, then I'll see if I can make the room array. I'll see if I can do the 2 queen situation for
All
you.
right, we're going to try and figure this all out. Mike Trudell, it is a true pleasure to be with you today, as always.
Yeah, I'm back tomorrow. Is that with you?
Yeah, you and me, buddy.
Boom, here we go.
Funchy Lova, appreciate you. Thank you, DeAndre, to all the guys in the back and to all the Circle of Trust and the Mongrels and everybody. Until tomorrow, we love you. Peace out.